And with that, my friends, we return to the likes of the Auroraverse once more, as it is time for session 32 of the Seven Souls. Hello, everybody. How's it going, everyone? Today, hope you guys have had a fantastic evening, morning, night, wherever the fuck you guys are, because it's all around for the likes of the Auroraverse and more. That being said, not really too many announcements today, besides later at about 4 p.m. Eastern time, we have the likes of Shruma Palooza. The big 1K special for the likes of pretty much the YouTube channel and more over at SenseiSuplex. If you haven't subbed to it, be sure to go do so. I'll drop the link over on Twitch and more. Besides that, not really too many announcements for today. Just hope you guys are ready for an awesome and epic time. Oh, and also, hey, if you guys don't know, essentially there is a deal going on with the likes of Xbox and Twitch. For every 2 gifted subs that you give, you basically get 3 months of Xbox Live Game Pass for free. Just make sure your Xbox Live Game Pass stuff is actually linked, and more so you actually get the pass. But besides that, yeah, do as you do. Also, I think we are, for the sub goal, we are about 50 subs off. We're just going to mark 50. I'm pretty sure it's 60, but we're about 50 subs off from hitting the DM outfit. We can still do it. We can still have it for the stream after this one, but that'll be up to y'all. Not really expecting much, but if you really do want to support, if you really want to see me making a fool out of myself, by all means, let's do it. All right, but enough of that stuff. Let's get straight into the game for D&D. The Frost Maiden. Oh, we're going to be fixing the cams also in a bit. I'm more so going to probably fix them like when everybody's role-playing and all that stuff. So then we can just let them do their thing and I'll fix the other stuff in the meantime. All right. Oh man, oh God, Madraw's mad. Madraw's mad. What? Oh, Discord's muted.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Oh, you guys are lucky Discord was muted. Madraw was fucking angry. And
bro, I was screaming at this motherfucker.
Ambrose, if the shit you could see before these soulbound sessions, man.
That's a crazy question, but was I here when we leveled up to level 9?
Yeah, pretty sure. Like,
I think so.
99% sure.
Did I ever roll my HP?
If you didn't, you probably just took the average, if anything. Like if you weren't there, you took the average, and if you were there, then well, you rolled something.
Okay.
That's typically how that works. I'm trying to get rid of one.
I don't think you did. We rolled HP on the session that I was back in, and.
Oh no, I did because then that's how I got to 40 HP.
Oh, okay,
we're good.
Oh, sure. All right. So, if everybody's good to go, I need to. Oh, I also need to get that thing. I put that there as a reminder. This little thingy, but it has nothing to do for your session. But all right, that's fine. So
I don't understand why the Foundry is not loading for me.
Yeah, for me too. I'm on the gray screen here. I thought it was the browser I was using, but nah.
You guys are in the Foundry. Like I see you loaded up.
What?
Yeah,
either refresh or it's honestly either you can refresh or you could just wait a couple more minutes.
Yeah,
it's kind of up in the air for that one.
Yeah, I'm guessing Sensei has added a lot of shit into the server, so like it's been taking a lot longer.
Oh yeah, production value rising. Slowly. But
also, Voden Fables.
Nah, Voden Fable. Well, technically it's for Voden Fables. Technically it's for you guys. It's kind of for both. It's for maps really. But also for Graz and Ulf, I fixed your character sheets and stuff.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
It should be fixed. If it breaks again, bro, I don't fucking know. That would be stupid. I checked 10 minutes before the session.
You know that our cams are not on Foundry or on
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna do it when you guys are role playing. But without further ado, let's get straight back into this session and continue on where we left off. Oh, also, if you haven't done so already, Bardbot the Third Come is gonna blast your ears off. So prepare to turn it down. All right.
Volume down.
Let's do this. So, if I could have each and every one of you all gather around the table, let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these survivors, for this, my friends, is the tale of the corruption within, and that of an everlasting cross. For this, the infamous tale, the 7 souls of the Frostmaiden. With that, previously, our heroes would find themselves reconvening and exploring the leftover remains of the hellish maze. Finding a handful of useful materials and resources, our heroes would eventually escape out and continue their trek to the Lair of Envy. However, as they were traveling and traversing through hell, they'd find an astral statue, and trapped inside would be the World Serpent's vessel and a good friend of mine. Despite their ideals, and Rashid al-Safar. That, my friend would explain that what he knew within reason, but ultimately, the unification would be cut short as the Voice would have plans for another dangerous game for the Soulbound. For the Soulbound specifically, participate in against their will. The heroes would have to play a game of hot seat, where they'd be forced to answer all questions truthfully. And as each individual would take their rest, one individual would hear an echo of the past. An echo in a strange, small, yet decaying child. Possibly a changeling, dead one, an undead one? We're not sure. But regardless, they'd be roaming the likes of hell, the stuffed flump in hand, and more. With that, they'd call out to the tiefling bard Anthrax, but now we seek to await their response in session 32 of Soulbound, the 7 Souls. With that, my friends, we pick back up where we left off, as I will switch maps over for you. Pop over here. You guys can still see the little, very, very well drawn shapes and stuff drawn by yours truly, and more.
Beautiful.
You know, Rashid tried. He really did. All right. So, as we continue on, let me switch the music and let this go on. All right, y'all. So, as we pick back up, you look over and exactly where we left off, Anthrax, you hear the likes of the strange voice emanating from outside of the tiny hut dome. Looking about, you see this smaller individual. They seem to have completely gray and gaunt skin, purple eyes that shine out, but a whitish or silver-like hair, despite only being only roughly about 4 feet tall at most. They're definitely younger, but they seem to have a necklace or an amulet that is not on their art, and they also seem to have a stuffed flump basically in hand, as if it's kind of like a small little child's toy. They look over and they're kind of like tilting their head, and anybody looking outside the dome can easily see them, but they can't see inside the dome. Everybody except Anth, because I believe that you said that you would poke your head out, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that after the last session it was a bit confusing because reading the ability I was thinking like, yeah, there's the dome is opaque, they wouldn't be seeing, but yeah, it's we can agree that there was, and the head was outside the dome, so they saw him. Sure.
Okay, easy peasy. I should have fixed the audio now. I don't know, that was jacked up. But it's all good. So, and as this is happening, what would you be saying and or doing, if anything at all?
I think Ant wouldn't probably be exactly sure right away who's this, and are you, were you referring to me when you spoke of someone in the circus?
They'll look over, and as they do, they'll begin to say, yeah, so, wait, you don't remember me?
I mean, I think I know you. Can you refresh my memory?
Oh, well, yeah, remember, I'm from the circus. You were there with all the others and stuff. My name is Jin, and you know, this is my best friend Flump. You don't remember them? They're like a crazy wizard and stuff. And you see as they kind of hold out the likes of their little stuffed toy and more, and they kind of just show it off to you.
Out of character, would I remember that?
Make a history check, my friend. Only reason I'm having you roll is because there's actually a decent chance you might not. What was that total? 12. Looking at them, it's hard to say, but you look over at them for a minute. You look at the toy Flump. You look at the likes of their sort of hair and aesthetic, and though you don't remember it really being grayish or sort of gaunt sort of skin, it's kind of strange looking. The voice and the demeanor is enough to kind of remind you of them and maybe who they were. You do, in fact, remember seeing them in the circus, but not for long at all. Maybe for, honestly, a week at best. And that is at best. Besides that, they seem to know a little bit about you, but not entirely sure about them. But they seem to have, regardless, a wide, or not a wide-eyed expression, but a smile on their face, and they seem just to be just super, super excited about all of this. They'll look over and kind of say, "So, wait, did you do this thing? Did you do the dome? Wow, that's so freaking cool. Did you do it?
Yes, I made this. Right, you were in there, right? I do remember seeing you around. How did things go after I left?
It's been going good. It's actually been going really, really good. Oh my gosh. They're kind of like looking over towards the dome, and they kind of just skip on over, and as they do, they kind of just place their face on, place their hands and face onto the dome and just start looking in and breathing and exhaling. You can see each of the breath kind of forming over the dome itself. You guys can all see this, by the way. You hear it and see it. And they look over and it's like, wow, we must be as powerful as Flump. That's so cool. But the circus and everything, the circus has been going really, really well. We actually have been they were getting ready and preparing for their next sort of gig and stuff. But I kind of got lost here, and things kind of just didn't really work out after that. But I mean, I think they're still getting ready to perform and such. Actually, that means that I meant to ask you, why'd you actually leave? You kind of just left and without really saying much of anything. You didn't say bye or anything like that. And I was like, oh, wow, huh? That guy seemed pretty cool. But, yeah, why'd you do that?
I had my own things to do. Well, I felt like I could, to be fair, travel more freely with just myself. And, well, I did like the company for a while and all that, but it felt quite restricting to me, so I decided to go out on my own. But, recently I've kind of relearned the joy of working with other people again. If I ever run into the people, we'll see if I might be up to the idea of working with them again. And Yeah, of course there's, well, other reasons, but they are not important. Not important at all. And for now, how long have you been here?
2 things. I need Yahato and I need Ulf. Make an insight check.
Okay.
$17. That'll succeed. And then Ulf. I need an insight check.
Ooh.
All right. Ooh.
I got dust in my eyebrow.
Fair enough. Oh man. So, with that 17, Yahato, what you would look over and notice, and this isn't towards Jin, this is actually towards an individual right beside you. This is towards Rashid. Looking about at them, they seem to be looking towards Jin, and they have a wide-eyed expression for a moment. They look over, and it's that other, that same sort of look of fear for a moment that they had a little while ago when they were mentioning stuff beforehand with Graz Rararol. But it then begins to shift to that of the look that they shared with Zappy, where they were just sort of staring at one another for a moment. You see, as Rashid is sort of staring off towards Jin, and Jin begins to say this. No, it'll be fine, don't worry about it. Yahato, you're able to pick that up.
He would kind of like...
For Anthony, just last thing for context.
Okay.
You just hear like them say those words for no apparent reason. Yahato, you're able to pick up why they said those words. Make sense?
Yeah, he would kind of like hit Rashid on his shoulder, like, you know, kind of like get his attention and just, what's wrong? What? That look on your face, that is not normal.
I think I know this individual a little bit. It is kind of uncanny. You know that whole thing with the heads and everything, where it just sort of, you know, you feel connected for a brief second and such, something of the past or something you just really don't understand for a bit, and yes, and it's kind of going a little weird and wonky. It's kind of that thing again.
I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. Explain yourself.
So look over, come on, and anybody else know what I'm talking about? No one, come on, just a little bit.
The soul stuff. Wow, that's such a great question. Does Graz feel anything like that, Sensei?
Oh yeah, you felt like that before. Due to out of game echo call, or not echo calls, your soul cord being strung because of oh my god, I'm blanking out. Huh? Echoes, yeah, but the name Lonnie, there we go, we found it. It's in the morning, guys. It's the morning.
That's fair.
Oh man, I gotta remember like 80,000 characters. But yeah, you felt that before with Lonnie, at some point, and even Wana when you saw Fable before.
Yeah, Graz would, because we kind of went over that last session, so Graz would just remind Yahato, like, this is the feeling, it's where do you get these memories?
Let's see. We'll talk about that later, I guess. As he kind of looks like, gives him the "I'm watching you" kind of sign.
I'm being honest here.
Sure.
What?
Yeah, that'll. He just kind of like walks forward and asks Ant like, who's this kid?
Second thing after that though. So, Anth, what you would hear is, because to answer your question, it's kind of hard to say. There was, well, let's just put it this way. So, you remember those little group of circus individuals and all that stuff? You know, oh gosh, kind of blinking on the name for a minute. And you'll see as he's sort of thinking, and it's a knowing sort of thing that you've seen many times in the likes of the past. More so when someone's thinking of something and it's right on the tip of their mind before it eventually blanks up. Now, this would be kind of normal in any other sort of setting, but in Voden, maybe meaning a little bit more. But eventually, they actually do come up with the name. Wondrous Pandemonium. Yeah. So those guys, they were actually getting ready to perform and such. I think they were heading just heading further into the north of the valley and all that sort of stuff. I think with this big old group of individuals, they're really, really famous apparently. And you know, they have a lot of money and gold and coin and really, really cool stuff. And they were gonna go perform there at the, and I think they were sort of talking and all that other stuff. Olabalar, they were kind of like, so hey, maybe at this stage isn't sort of grand enough, just in the dynasty and stuff. Maybe we gotta go bigger, and we gotta go to this big old sort of island thingy. It's called a Baimani. Yeah, a Baimani. And I think that's where they're gonna be. That's where they're gonna sort of be, and all that stuff. Playing for these this little crazy prestigious dynasty.
I'm guessing we have enough context to know what
Yes.
he's talking about from the red triangle messages,
Yes.
right? Okay. Just you go, Rick?
Yeah. So is is everyone still together with the circus? Did anyone else leave after I did? Can you tell?
Well, what do you mean? You were kind of there from really like the beginning, since we had to reform everything. You know, with everybody. You know, it was only just. I'm kind of confused. It was only like a couple of us. Remember, we had to restart the thing, and you kind of seemed a little sad.
Yes. Well.
Yeah, if you have no idea what the fuck this guy's talking about.
Yeah. I'm mostly thinking that I will probably see some people from my past if yes, we will probably meet them again then. Anyway,
Wait, what do you mean we'll meet him again?
I just have to make sure. Do you know where you are?
I know there's a lot of big explosions and stuff, and there's a lot of just crazy cool horned people. I mean, I kind of just sort of wandered in here after we sort of went to the dynasty and such. They had this crazy sort of weird sort of device and all that sort of stuff, and it's just kind of wham, boom, pow, and I kind of just wound up here.
Oh.
So, I mean, I'm in Voden, right?
Yeah. You are in Voden for sure. It's a little different scenery here, but it's still there.
So cool, though.
Yeah.
We didn't have this back in Atharis, where it was the floating islands and all that stuff that explode and everything, and like the crazy weird sort of people that are going, join us. Flump really likes to take them out. He likes to fight a lot. See?
That's good to hear. We have something going on here right now. Would you mind at this point Ant would take down the tiny hut because it's already clear that I will have to recast it anyway for the long rest, and it just makes it easier for people to move around without it.
Fair
And he's going to take down the tiny hut there, and it's just going. All right. For now.
Oh my god! You'll see as they just screech. They look over and oh my god, here we go again. Fucking Zappy all over again. Oh my gosh, you look so cool! Oh my gosh, you look like you have such cool shields and your horns, and it's another one! Join us! Join us! They start walking over to Pyre.
Wow. Bro said a racial slur.
So
Okay,
as the kid is like walking over to me, he's like putting out like a hand on his forehead as he's like doing like a zombie walk. Like
yeah. Oh, it's Zappy! Oh, I didn't think I'd ever get to meet you! It's Zappy! It's Zappy! And you see as they start ruffling up their hair immediately, and you'll see as Zappy just sort of licks their face and more and just starts tackling them. You're such a... Oh my gosh, you're a lot bigger than I thought you would be. That's so cool. Hey. Hey, buddy, pal, friend of mine. We probably shouldn't, be doing that. You're the cool guy with the little cool snakes and stuff, like Dindar. Yes, fantastic. Can I talk to you for just a little second? We got What are you guys all saying and doing?
Yahato, seeing all of this bullshit, just like goes, and can you take these two to a corner, have them talk, watch over them, whatever they say, you let me know later. As he turns back to the chair and says, we gotta get this done with.
Sure. Why don't you both come with me for a second and just pointing towards them.
Yes, Jin, we shall come over here and let us have a conversation and catch up. Yes. Oh boy. You'll see as Jin will just rush over. Okay. Also I gotta show you some cool sorcerer tricks from Flum. I think you'll really like it. He's a really cool, powerful mage like you. I'm not that powerful. No. Yeah, trust me, I'll show you. And yeah, they're gonna go off and do their thing. Zappy, Tyr, can you please could I borrow the pupper for a bit? You're muted, buddy.
If that's what Zappy wants.
Sure thing. Zappy's gonna rush over and they're gonna join them. But yeah, they're gonna go off in their own sort of corner and do their own thing while you guys are doing that.
Alright, cool. Yato just jump, like, his back into the chair, kind of leaning back into it a bit, and just, alright, let's get this done with.
Oh, you're talking about the chair. I've been sitting here trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Bro!
Like, get what done? What are we getting done?
The entire plot!
Oh. I was thinking about this kid. I'm like, wait, what are you gonna do to this kid? Like, what needs to be done?
Oh man.
It took me a second.
Also, a couple of things. Raz, Sarthiel, and Yahato, you've received inspiration from chat.
Woo! Thanks, guys.
Alright, but as you begin to sit down into the chair, Yahato, immediately the shackles begin to wrap around your arms, your legs, and even that of your neck. You are locked in here, and you are not free to go at all. But, that said, y'all are free to answer any or ask any questions that you wish.
I forgot all my questions. I should have written it out. Yeah, it's been one of those weeks. Skip me.
All right. What about the rest of you?
I've got all my questions written down. So Gross will step right on up, and after the appearance of the small child and whatever the fuck is happening, Gross is in slightly less of an angry mood. She's mostly just confused. But yeah, she will step up to Yahato. All right. My question. What has the darkness taken from you?
Oh my god.
Mm.
As the look in his face changes. He was kinda annoyed at the kid appearing out of nowhere. But now he's even more annoyed as he says, probably more than I could remember. If only I could remember much, but I told you everything I knew before. It hasn't taken my master away. It attempted to, but I had to do what was necessary. And I hope you understand what I mean.
I think I do, and I'm sorry.
You're good. I'm over it. It doesn't matter anymore. Any other question?
Oh, I've got one. So, out of character, real quick, before I ask this question and seem stupid, you've mentioned that you've made a pact with this blade, right? At some point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Pyre walks up and goes, yes, you've been with us for a little bit. What was your pact with your blade? You've mentioned it a couple times, but it's interesting that it's got all of the symbols that we're seeing on our hands. So what deal did you make to get that?
I remember getting the blade, although it was in a different form. I quickly learned that I could just alter it if I wanted to. I don't remember any specifics, any sort of deal. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't. Actually gonna ask him later. This weapon used to belong to my master before shit happened, and I was left alone, and it spoke to me. It gave me powers. It gave me the power to take other people's lives. People that try to wrong me. That is all I can remember. Why does it have the marks? I am not sure, but I learned recently that it was called the Sage... Was it the Sage Blade, Sensei?
Yes, the Sage Blade.
It was called the Sage Blade. I'm guessing it is related to the Dragon Sages, as my patron is one of them. More specifically, Deimos, the one holding the blue swirl. Surprisingly enough, the same mark as I bear. But apparently they're not... Maybe he's not responsible for giving me the mark. From what I learned, maybe something else did that. I know I gave you a lot of answers, but unfortunately I can't really tell you whether the pact has anything else besides giving me powers. And that's it.
Oh. 2 questions have been asked. Or 3 more to remain.
Come on, boys.
Ulf's got his eyes closed right now. Just doesn't seem to be paying any attention.
What's up, bro? Not curious.
What about you, Anth or Sarthiel?
So, what are your plans for after the darkness has been defeated?
I've never really thought that far about it. I'm more so focused on my current goal. I guess I'll figure it out once it's done, I guess. I don't have any real plans. I just want this shit to get over with so I could relax for a fucking moment.
Fair.
Artheo and Ulf only remain. Artheo?
Don't really know what to ask.
Oh, yeah. I can set this up, man. As Rashid said, it can literally be anything. You could ask him what his favorite color is, and that suffices. It could be, what is your favorite type of sandwich? It does not matter. I'm fixing your stuff up right now, man.
Yeah.
Any preference on what color token it is?
Nah.
He waiting.
Anybody able to help him out?
Okay, what's your favorite weapon?
See as he looks at you. Does he has his arms free?
No.
No.
They're bound.
Okay. See as as they're bound to the chair, kind of splashes of water starts to form in a straight line between his hands and just forms the glaive again as he holds it with his fingers and just I guess you can tell as poof, the weapon disappears again.
Okay.
Enough.
It was a glaive.
With that, Ulf, it's only you. You're the only one keeping them stuck in the likes of these shackles right now.
Someone's actually gonna have to get his attention.
Yeah,
'cause
I think Ant's close enough to you to see
Bro.
what's going on. He would just come
Yo.
over. You just have to ask him something. Ask him who trained him. Something like that. Just get this over with.
he's gonna open up his eyes, he'd turn his head towards Yato. How do you feel about us? And instantly, before Yato even answers the question, he's gonna close his eyes and turn his head back to the north again.
You fucking asshole!
Oh.
Well, you know what, you motherfucker? I appreciate every single person in here except for you.
Oh, man.
I just realized there was a line on my dick. Fuck. Nah.
Yeah. You try to say that, you try to speak, and you hear the voice begin to say, only truths, please.
You should allow jokes. You have a really bad sense of humor. You should allow the better people to make jokes. Anyways,
Yes, but then it would make it harder for you to hate me.
You'd be surprised. Yeah.
I actually thought about this loaded question earlier, out of game. But as far as in game goes, he's busy trying to listen in on what's being said to his north.
Yeah, he'll just say, I consider you guys as allies, and I am traveling with you guys hoping to help you achieve your goal which will hopefully help me achieve my own goal. That's it.
With that, you'll see as Yahato, the shackles begin to drop. With that, you are free to leave.
Woo! Jumps off the chair, looks at Graz, does points at the chair. You're next.
Okay.
I have a gift for this. Just fucking pointed at her with like Goldberg. You're next.
You're next.
So this like as Graz is climbing in the chair, Ulf is definitely like distracted and trying to listen in. Does he hear anything?
Hear anything? What are you trying to listen for? Are you trying to listen towards Graz or are you trying to listen towards somewhere else?
No, I'm trying to listen towards Rashid and Zappy having this conversation because Rashid got hey, we gotta talk to some kid that apparently hasn't even been on the same plane of existence as this guy.
Mm-hmm. And already knows Rashid and already knows Zap Zap. Okay. So this is, I'm gonna need you to make a perception check. Would they be? Pretty sure they would be. So yeah, make a perception check and an insight check.
All right. It's not vision. It's hearing. So it's just regular.
It would. This would actually be seeing. This would be seeing. You'll see why in a minute.
Oh, thank God. It's not a lot, but it's a 16, and then an insight check is a 22.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. So you'll see as they begin to speak for a minute, and then they immediately begin to stop talking entirely, and they just look and stare at each other for a moment. All right, Ulf ain't the smartest, but they're smart enough to realize, due to all the just crazy random bullshit magic that's been happening, they're talking into each other's minds right now. So, at first what they'll begin to say is, "What are you doing here? You couldn't at least let us know. This is already kind of trying to get away from this. Hold on. Here, be safe. We are going to talk about spirits and souls and shit, and at least talk in the head." And you'll see as they begin to start communicating with them. But it's more now that they're playing sort of charades. With that 22 on your insight check, and perception as well, it'll be more of out of character for Rashid a little bit, but Rashid will kind of be talking or looking down towards Jin, kind of motioning as if like they're kind of scolding a child, like, "Don't do that again. What are you doing? Stop that. No, that's very, very bad. Stop that." But then eventually sort of ruffling up their hair like, "Yeah, you're okay." And then eventually cursing at themselves. "Why the fuck did they touch you? God damn it." We more so in that of fear rather than anything, or an uncertainty, really. And that would basically be what you'd get. Also with that 22 on insight, it's the same sort of feeling or same sort of look or expression on Rashid's face as he had when he mentioned, "I can't tell you anything about this," for probably the betterment of everyone, safety and all that stuff. It's that same look of fear that he had earlier.
Okay.
All right. But you did mention that, or you did hear they were talking about souls and spirits, apparently. But yeah. All right. With that, eventually, or Ulf, is there anything else you'd be doing while you're over here, or nah?
No, that's pretty much all I was trying to do. That's why he wasn't as interested in Yahi as he should have been.
Yeah. All right. Roz, as you begin to sit into the chair, all the shackles begin to form on you, and you are locked in here. So, who's gonna ask her what?
Yato just turned to the party. Anybody got any questions? I'd rather go last.
Well, I suppose for something to start easy with, could you tell me about your past in the Azure Taiga?
I was born and raised there, and survived. It's what we do up there. It's really harsh life. Worked with the herds in the summer, and then wintered with a whole bunch of the clans when the weather was terrible. Trained.
Wait,
Got to see a lot of.
was the weather good at some point?
Yes.
Yeah, in the summers it's very nice. You go with the herds and it's beautiful. Nobody else seems to appreciate it, but yeah. Did that, and then was Cub Scout, wilderness guide, taking a lot of people from the cities who didn't know what they were doing and making sure that they got around the taiga safely. Trained, with the Valkyries, and still working on that, but pretty much it.
I've got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, are you done? Sorry.
Yes,
I
yeah, nope,
remembered it.
that's it. Graz's very boring backstory. Go ahead.
Oh, come on. No, it's not that.
Okay. So Pyre walks up and goes, Graz, my dear old friend. We've been together for a month now? 2 months now? A long time. You're from the taiga.
Mm-hmm.
You did a lot of stuff in the taiga. You now have this starry cloak, but also, if you're from the taiga, why were you coming back to the taiga on a ship? So why'd you leave?
That was part of my work as a guide, was taking people to and from the taiga, escorting them, keeping them safe. And around the time, Sensei, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
When I was coming back was basically after I had escorted a group of people, and I was coming back to find a group of adventurers. Yeah.
You're basically just heading back into the taiga, which is the reason, like, more so out of game thing. This is the reason why Graz was talking to oh boy, I can't remember their name right. There we go. Leopold and I can't remember the other one to save my life, but it was basically the two individuals on the ship. That's why she wanted to start escorting them.
Leosa.
Yeah. Into the or like basically across the taiga and such.
So the cities were not in the taiga, it was like exterior cities into the taiga.
I mean, it would really depend on, because I'm assuming you're going to be truthful with this, but
yeah.
It would depend on where they want to go. There's cities in the taiga for sure. There's also, if like a group wanted to go to, let's say, the Forbidden Expanse, Graz could take them across the taiga as far as she knew, and then get them to where they need to be to, go there. But you wouldn't ever like actually step foot in the Forbidden Expanse or Jade Dragon Valley to do it. It's just more so, there's the place to go. Have fun.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. 2 questions down. Who's the next one?
Oh,
I was gonna call out, yo, voice.
You'll see as a presence begins to form around you. You got their attention.
I'm gonna pull out the card. So, about these cards. I can use this. I got a 2-parter. Does card count for both?
If it's only 1 question, then it should count. If it's 2 questions, I cannot help you with that.
And it's not
And
fully
besides,
2 questions.
You could only ask 1 question that they are obligated to answer anyways.
I'm gonna look dead at Graz as he just kind of drops the card in her lap.
Ooh, things are getting spicy.
this man wants problems.
A leader needs to trust their people.
Hey, God.
So each of you took that wrong. I'm just gonna say that now. Again. Let me finish before you start freaking the fuck out.
Okay.
A leader has to trust their people. As such, as he drops the card in her lap. Two-part question for you, Graz. How do you feel about each of us? And do you trust us?
You're only obligated to, since he asked it, you're only obligated to ask or answer the first one, but if you want, you can answer the second one.
To be clear, like you're asking, like, what is Graz's individual opinion about each person, basically, or just like,
And
do you mean
whether or
that as
not
like
that leads
a
to
whole?
trust. Because leader needs to trust people. So it's finally time to ask whether or not she actually trusts the people that she's leading.
But the
And the
question,
card is on there.
Yeah.
I will be a lawyer now and say, remember the question did not specify that you have to name any names.
Lawyer
This is why we never get anywhere with each other, because we actively outside a game look to screw each other over.
It is Zone of Truth all over again.
Yeah,
the
but
next
this time
person-
there's no lying allowed.
But the
no
next
li-
person can ask, who are the people that were
sure.
in question?
Zone of Truth 2.0. It's a pointed
also-
question.
Yeah, you have to answer. Basically, it's no bullshit, no BS. You have to answer the thing 100% truthfully. No workarounds and all that sort of stuff.
Yep. Which is just funny out of game because this is not controversial at all to Graz, and she's happy to share. All right. She starts off looking really annoyed, and then she looks kind of confused because she thought that this was going to be a hard question. So she'll go from everybody she can see from left to right. No, right to left. I think Anth is a really good negotiator. He always keeps his head cool in intense situations. I don't always understand his motives because he seems like he's thinking 3 or 4 steps ahead of me, but I trust him with a lot of things. I think I would trust him with my life. I think I would trust him if he were in a situation where someone asked him to do something. I would reasonably trust that he would not actively screw me over or the group, or at least he would think about it first. He is a businessman. I don't blame him for that. But yeah, I trust him with a lot of things. Pyre, I 100% trust in battle. I trust his good intentions. I do think that sometimes he gets distracted when he wants to learn about something, which is not necessarily a bad trait, but it does. I trust him less with that, less because of who he is or because I actively distrust him, but more because I think he's just focused on whatever it is that he's interested in. But I trust him. He's always been kind to me. He's always been polite and nice and just a good person. So yeah, trust him with that. Ulf, you I think that you have good intentions for the most part. When you are aligned with us or me, it's great. You are a force of nature, my friend. You never fucking stop. You see a thing and you fucking go for it. And that's awesome when it's something that we all agree on. But sometimes you get really into it and it's a totally different direction than we're all going. And that can be frustrating. But I do trust your intentions. I do trust you with my life. I do trust that if it really came down to it and you were determined to go in one direction and all the rest of us wanted to go in another, if we sat you down and said, oh, please, for the love of everything that's holy, please just go with us. You have a good idea, but we're going this direction. I think for the most part you would. So yeah. So yes, I trust my life with you. I trust your intentions. I would question sometimes whether or not you would slow down enough to think certain things through. But for the most part, yeah, I trust you. Yahato, I think that you are really smart. You are very clever. You can be a little bit hot-headed and kind of rude sometimes, but I think that you do it with good intentions. I think you have a really good head on your shoulders and you ask very good questions. You don't take things for granted that the rest of us really do, because this place is fucking terrible and you're the only one who seems to realize that that shouldn't be the case. You haven't been here super long and your past is private to you, and I respect that. But I do trust you with my life. I feel a connection to you in a way that I don't feel to a lot of people, because you are connected to Vitalia in some way, and if you're connected to my sister, then I feel like that's important. So I trust you almost completely, despite that you've only been here for a little while. And I know that you probably don't feel the same way, and that's okay. But yeah. And Sarthiel, you are the newest member of the group. You have been extremely helpful. Your skills are very handy. You have a good personality. I can't really tell exactly what your intentions are. I don't know what your goals are, but you haven't done anything to make me not trust you. So still getting to know you, but yeah, for the most part, I trust you as much as I can for someone who, joined the most recently.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah. Was that all the questions, Elf?
Yes.
Hear that, Tony? You're not included, you motherfucker.
Oh, I know. I was listening. It's fine. No. It's
No,
fine.
I still. She rubs the card, which I'm assuming is still glowing to show that it's telling the truth. Tony, you have been such
turn
a
around.
big help, and
I'm kidding.
turn. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, man, brutal. Oh.
That's the equivalent of fuck your chicken strips.
Fuck your chicken strips. No, Gross.
They're kind of like
Gross
giving
will
you the
say-
side eye, but they're listening. They're hearing what you got to say.
Tony, you have been extremely helpful, and from the beginning, even though we, we're kind of a little questionable, kind of didn't really know what we were doing. You've been super helpful, and you've been generous and kind to us. And even though it's only a gentleman's agreement, I do feel like a kinship to you. I would like to consider you a friend. I don't expect you to feel the same way, but you've just been very respectful and nice to me, and I really, 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 really appreciate that you try to pronounce my name correctly. It means so much to me. Yeah, I trust you for the most part. You've got your own agenda and you're doing your own thing, but yeah. And Gravitos, you're also really cool. Don't know you super well, but you've been very helpful. And I feel like we had a bonding moment when we went over that bridge, and then that shark ripped you off my back, and then I went to go save you. I felt like we were connected in that moment. So Gravitos, you're cool too.
Tony will say. A look towards Gravitos. Alright, fine. I suppose that will suffice. And then Gravitos will sort of give you kind of like hide a thumbs up underneath their cloak.
That's my...
But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
All right. With that, there's still people who need to ask questions, I believe.
Sarth, got any questions to the captain? I'll be right back.
Was she born with it, or is it Maybelline?
All the luscious fur.
Hey, you could always ask what do her badges mean that she has on?
What?
This was for killing the first guy. This was for burying him in the woods.
No. No one's using their card, right? No.
You see, I'm just saying, Vitalia made you do some crazy sort of things for those badges.
Yeah,
There's the god. What are the secrets in the sands?
Well, if you really want to know.
She's married.
Yeah, but like if there was any confusion out of character in her art, you can see she has like that one big belt that has all the different badges, like the fucking scout badges.
Mm-hmm. Like the Cub Scout sash.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can show it.
No.
Wait, I just looked at something. Wait, what the fuck is that? Wait,
What?
what the fuck is that? Wait a minute.
What the fuck
are
is
you
what?
pointing to, Sensei?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, bro. I just see a circle with a slit down the middle. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
Wait, where? Hold on.
What?
I'm
I'm sorry, what?
I'm
I
just
made
saying,
that. Let me check.
I'm just saying, if you look to the
That's
right,
a
I see a
snake eye.
circle with a slit down the middle,
Oh
bro.
my god.
He's been running around.
Oh,
She's
Sensei,
been
that was Sensei. That was intentional.
Fucking time.
The betrayal!
I thought you were my bro.
I'm looking over here like, wait a fucking minute. Wait a fucking minute.
Alf's not even the one who's been fucking making her walk around with goddamn Dindar the whole time.
It hurts, man. This hurts.
Let me guess. The sword is named Fang. The sword is...
Oh.
Okay.
You guys can see
Just-
it's right there, chat. It's right there.
Just to clarify, I didn't have enough context when I made it. But it is 100% Dendar's eye.
Maybe it's the badge of a snake slayer. Maybe.
This is why Alf has actually been paying attention to her the whole time. He thought he was cool. This is cool.
This is a fucking conspiracy and I do not appreciate it.
Doesn't matter if you don't appreciate it or not. It's happening for sure.
The distraught on her face.
But hey, now you get to tell your side of the story what it is if Sazrael asks you what the badges are.
No.
She's secretly, like an agent of Dendar.
Hey man, that shirt, that Dendar's my BFF shirt, it's making a lot of sense now.
Or let's take this in another direction. It's the badge for killing a Dendar. Follow.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, canon. Anyways.
Anyways, back to the questions.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Did
You
Sarth
should
ask this
definitely ask her
question?
that question so she could point at it and be like, "This is because of
Yeah.
Dindar."
No.
Go ahead,
What are those
Ben.
badges?
Hmm?
What are those badges?
These are my Cub Scout badges. They're for a variety of it's for basically like whenever you learn something as a Cub Scout and you demonstrate it in the field, you get the cool badge. So like there are badges for like I got some for like archery, for survival, for canoeing, for camping, for bird watching, for fish and wildlife management, for gardening, for leatherworking, just all sorts of really cool skills that all the Cub Scouts have, so that when we're out in the wilderness, we know that we're going to be able to make it. Like we know orienteering, we know how to like look at maps.
Killing
Yeah.
Dendar as acolyte.
Nope. No death badges. Nope. None.
That's a funny eye you got there.
Fuck off.
I think we.
Okay.
Next question.
All right.
Wait, what is that black star on the likes of your sort of the badge? Was that always there?
There's a star on the badge.
Made you look.
Fucking voice.
Nice one, Tony.
Oh no, that wasn't Tony, that was the voice.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought,
Oh man.
fucking asshole.
This is bullying, and I do not appreciate it.
Oh man.
Okay.
Building.
Pete said it's an eagle eye. It's for using a telescope properly.
Black
man.
Star cult right here. Anyways, did everybody ask their question? And everybody else?
I believe so, except
Yep.
you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. He would look at Groz and just sit down, cross-legged, and say, "Groz, I don't feel the need to use my card here, but I expect you to be honest as a captain. I may or may have not seen you specifically in a memory I recently gained. I was younger, I think. I need to know. I need you to tell me everything you know about yourself, the Valkyries, Elowin, Vitalia, and possibly me.
Keep in mind, that is not a question.
What do you know about yourself, the Valkyries, Vitalia, Elowin, and possibly myself?"
Hello. Cool.
At any point, if you have questions, more so like you would tell them, but you just don't know, you can just ask me.
Cool. Will do. Kind of answered for Ant's question, the stuff about me. I remember a decent portion of my life before all this happened. There are still some hazy spots, and I think that some of my memories have been lost to the darkness, and then some of them I think might have been sealed away for some reason. But from what I do know now, everything I said with Anth, just kind of a little old country bumpkin bear who liked being outside and was training with Vitalia, especially when all the clans came together over the winters, because you can't survive alone out in the wilderness, so everyone kind of came together. A lot of the clans in the taiga kind of have histories with each other. Some of them are on good terms, some of them aren't, but when it comes to survival, we banded together. That's what we did.
I'll say one thing to add on to this. The Tiger clans, they are infamously known, though they come together for times of peace underneath the Astral King and all that stuff, they typically are known to kind of be separated. They have their own jarls of specific clans and all that stuff, but most of the time when it comes to like leadership or anything like political happening, it's just more so like Jarl number one is gonna deal with, like, they're gonna look over their clan and just deal with them and all that stuff, rather than they're answering to the council of everything, right? Makes sense?
Mm-hmm. So did that, did some warrior training, did all the guide stuff. I remember being close to my sisters, to the Valkyries. Didn't make it super far in my training before any of this stuff happened. But all the that was pretty much it until the adventure begins. The Valkyries, their whole goal was basically they are there. We are there. I will include myself in this, even though I'm not nearly as awesome as they are. But our whole goal is to find the strong warriors who have died in the battlefield and bring them to Valhalla, which is the biggest honor that any Vulcan warrior could ever possibly have. You have to be the best of the best to get in there. We also we'll go out and we'll slay like fiends and devils and stuff that are in places that they are not supposed to be, like the devil hunters of Onkos, right, Sensei? That's the right Onkos, right?
Yeah, devil hunters of Onkos, but that again
Yeah.
that's referring to Zenobia stuff.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Vitalia had like gone there. Yeah. So there are in Onkos there are like devils that just like float in the sky, and sometimes they come out and just like start like attacking people. So the Valkyries would go, or at least Vitalia had gone to like stop the ones who had been attacking people. So that's kind of what they do. We do lots and lots of training. The whole point of being a Valkyrie is that we are kind of the overseers to determine who, like in their final moments, whether a warrior has the highest honor in life beyond death in going to Valhalla. And so we lay the dead to rest, we choose the warriors that go there, and we're under Vitalia, we protect and serve her, and also Odin. And yeah, that's basically what I got for the Valkyries.
Last sort of thing, on the Odin sort of thing. Yes, you serve Odin and all that stuff, but it's more of a case of you would know who he is. You've never seen him. It's more of like a kind of like a myth that the Valkyries of old used to serve Odin and all that stuff, right? And all that. You specifically never like did it, but you know that's what they did.
Okay. Yeah, I share that. And then Vitalia was the one who actually she's amazing and the strongest person that I know, and she helped me train, and I consider her my sister. She protects the taiga, but she's also my friend and my family, and she liked to fight. She's a fucking force of nature, but the darkness started coming, and she started getting sad, and she started getting angry, and that was kind of when everything went to shit. Elowen, I don't remember many details. I remember that she and Vitalia had a strong connection, but Vitalia was very private about that. But I know that she meant a lot to her. And Sensei, do I have any memories of Yahato?
It's okay, so I kind of mentioned this before in the past. It's more of like okay. All right, I'm gonna use for context. Imagine this, you show up to a daycare, right? See a bunch of little snot-nosed brats running around, yada yada yada, and it's like you see one of them, one of these snot-nosed brats getting a little, or getting talked to and all that stuff, probably because they kicked one of the other kids in the face, probably, or maybe that they were getting a private sort of lesson to getting talked to and all that. You would have ran into this sort of baby, this daycare, and you would have seen them. You wouldn't have never really talked to them. You just know that like, they're talking to that same old kid over there, and that'd be really the extent of it, So it's not a thing of like, I've known Yahato my entire life, bro. We used to go fishing together. It's like, no, you've seen him maybe before, and it's so like unlikely you would remember him because you have no real connection to him at all.
Yeah, and I was gonna say too, like also, I imagine he looked different as a kid than he does
Yeah.
now. So I don't think that
Yeah.
Cross would be like, oh, I saw one blonde kid and assumed it was you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
At most, the only reason you would maybe even recognize him, that's like maybe if you were like higher levels or Navro levels of intelligent, then sure, you probably would have been able to pick up like, oh yeah, that little mark on your face or whatever. That's an easy telltale sign, but it's like you didn't really care. You weren't coming in there for that kid. You were there for some other reason.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna blanket be like she doesn't remember him. Cool. Yeah, and for you, Hato, I don't have any memories of you that I know of right now. I just remember hearing Vitalia mention your name and that you were kind of a spitfire and sometimes a little overzealous, maybe not focusing on the work that you should have been focusing on.
What?
But
Me? Never.
no. But yeah, that is all that I remember. All that I know.
Okay. I guess if that's all, I mean.
Yeah, I wish I had
that's it.
more.
All right. I just have your words for it. I will trust you. As you are the captain of this group. And that should conclude your turn, right?
Yep. Now
Alright.
it's the monk.
One last individual's turn. Sarthiel.
Sit down.
All right. Someone has to move me then.
Oh, I gotcha.
Because Foundry doesn't work.
You unloaded and loaded back in again, right?
Oh, so many times. I've been trying for like an hour and a half now.
Try not doing it on Google Chrome and try it on a different browser if that changes anything.
I was doing it on Firefox and I tried it on Edge as well. It doesn't work.
Damn. That is something.
Maybe
Here,
disable
I'm
your
gonna
firewall.
kick you out of Foundry, and then you can just join in the background and see if that changed anything. But yeah, in the meantime, you ain't really need a token or move with the character sheet and all that stuff. But yeah. So, Sarthiel, as you kind of sit in the likes of the chair, again, same sort of song and dance, you're shackled in and you're restricted from any bit of movement. That would like to ask Sarthiel the first question.
If nobody's I
will. Hey, Sarthiel. I would. Could you tell us things about tell us everything about Kragos Harel, such as who they are, what are their goals, why they're in hell? Question mark.
Oh, okay. You want the entire backstory already, eh?
If I have to do it, you gotta do it, bro.
Yeah, just sent the files.
Get a drink of water because it's about to be something.
Goddamn, hold on.
Pull up the notes.
And we're jumping right into it.
This is literally just what happened with Atlas of Etheria. Hey, yo, Gosara, tell me your entire backstory, bro. Oh, the difference is I wrote 2 sentences. Fucking Sarthiel wrote a lot.
Nice.
I mean, I feel that. My backstory was like 4 sentences, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's not that deep, guys." Like, sorry.
It's like, bro, I just did one thing, that happened, and that's it. I'm here now. All right. In the meantime, and Bem, you can interrupt me whenever you are ready.
Okay, I guess I'll go.
Alright, go for it.
Well, it's a dear friend that has saved my life after. Well, I slaughtered. The unit I was in was basically wiped out by demons. And he saved me. And and shit. Then I deserted the place for him. So we traveled the whole land, basically avoiding any sort of conflict with both sides. And wait, was there anything else you wanted to know?
It was just like who they are, what are their goals, and why they're in hell.
Oh, right. I don't know what are their goals right now. And why they are in hell, I'm not entirely sure, but the ritual that we did to get out of our home backfired. Somehow, whatever happened, I don't know, that's what I'm trying to figure out myself. Send him away and made me what I am right now.
Oh. Okay.
Interesting.
Well, one question down. One more to go.
Anybody want to go? I feel like I've been talking the entire session.
So before I ask a question, I've got a character question. We've seen all the Sarthiel's like sapping, right? The absorption.
Graz and Yahato have,
yeah.
but I don't know if anybody else has.
Yeah.
No one else has.
Okay. Well, that changed my question because I thought we had seen it. Come back to me again. Am I the last one to ask a question?
No.
Yeah.
Only girls
No.
asked it.
Everybody else has to go, yeah.
Yeah. You want some too?
Oh. Okay.
Anyone with oath and fire?
Okay.
Anybody?
Okay, I guess then Yato would step up, kind of take out the card, give it to Sarthiel, like kind of put it on his hand. Sensei, you're muted, I think.
I know.
Okay. Yeah, kind of give the card to Sarthiel and looks at him, just say, no offense, bro. You're kind of the newest person here, and I would like an honest answer, no matter what it takes. What are... This is not multiple questions, although it might sound like one. It's just me elaborating on a question, on a single one question. What are your motifs and goals? What do you hope to achieve by traveling with us?
Strengthen numbers. That's 1. 2. By helping you, maybe you will help me. 3. Maybe possible distraction.
Maybe possible what?
Distraction.
Of?
Just as a whole group.
Okay, wait, out of game. The fuck are you talking about?
Distraction.
Oh, oh. Okay, I get it. Never mind then. Yeah, continue.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, that's it.
That's really it. Yeah, awful. Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I guess Olf is gonna come back over and just be like, "Nah, you don't get away with a simple answer when you say destruction of the group." What do you mean by destruction of the group? Or destruction?
Oh, simple. If it's really way too much, then maybe I'll just try to run away.
Bimroth, you're making it really fucking hard, my friend.
Yeah.
We're in
yeah.
fucking. I thought someone else was gonna kick in the dick. I guess Sarthiel's gonna kick in the dick.
Sarthiel's
Oh,
getting kicked in the dick today.
So, Grass, do you still stick to your answer? Who you trust and how much?
I feel like me and Ulf are just like, how do I not smite this dude right now?
So, I would like to ask, and would pull out his card. Just tell me everything about what you would need help with, as you earlier mentioned, that by helping us we would help you. What is it that you need help with?
Finding and saving Kragus Arel.
Nothing more? Nothing else that you could elaborate on that point?
I don't know much myself. That's why, I mean, if you all are investigating with me, we might be able to find him quicker.
If that's all you know, then I don't think there's much to go on by anyone.
Fire, you're up.
Pyre steps up. Sarkiel, you said your regiment, I guess you want to call it.
Oh, you're really low again, Fire.
Really low again, what?
Like your mic is extremely low again.
Bro, I have everybody else at like fucking 65%. I have you at 175%, and you're still hard here.
What the hell is going on here?
And Sammy, you're muted if you've been trying to talk to us for a while.
Alright, is that better?
Yeah, a little bit. Just make sure to speak into the mic and you're good.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, he walks up to Sarthiel. Sarthiel, you said that your companions were slain and destroyed. If your organization were to find you again, what repercussions could that have on the group?
Well, first, we'd probably be attacked on sight because of Anf. And Tony.
Oh, wonderful.
But if I'm to be found, I'd probably be executed as a deserter.
Good to know.
more so out of, even though I don't really get a question for this. I assume, and you'll see as Tony speaks, I assume the chances of them going to hell is quite low, right? Or would they be willing to lead a full-on assault in literally a fortress of infernos?
I don't think so.
Fantastic. And last sort of thing, is there a specific name for this order of yours?
God damn it, now I have to go back to see. I don't remember if there
I
was.
believe there isn't one, but I could be wrong.
Not ordered.
It's just fine. You can get back to me on that one. I asked that question for another reason anyways.
Okay.
With that, as all the questions have been sort of asked and such, eventually shackles begin to drop. Carthio, you are free. You'll eventually see as the chair begins to dissipate and more. That seems to be the game is over for now. But look over. All are free to do as you wish, but choice is yours on what that might be.
You know, there's a kid and a snake in the room, but I'd rather go to sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, first we should definitely rest. And since there are more people around now, Pyre, can you also create one of these bubbles that I made?
I believe so. Do we need it like instantaneously, or do you just need it?
I think we just need it because there are more people than mine can hold. So we should probably split the group into two. For the rest, nothing else.
Yeah, I understand it. Yeah, good point. Do we just want to put them side by side, or?
Probably better not to block the road.
Okay.
Yeah, and would just start creating one around here.
You got it. Here. Bam, bam,
I'm probably
bam.
gonna make one, like, yeah, so it doesn't block the road.
Alright. And if that's the case, bam, 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 over here. You got it. So, as you both begin to sort of cast the likes of the spells, eventually you'll see like interrupting it. You'll see as Jin begins to walk over. And they'll kind of walk over towards the likes of you, Pyre. You and Anth are wizards. That's so cool. You must be one of the little join us mages. That makes sense. That's so cool.
No, that's quite offensive. I'm not.
You can talk?
Yes, because I'm not part of the darkness that you fight. It's quite offensive that people keep talking about that. I'm one of them. And
Well, you
he
look
goes,
like one.
Well, you look like a snot.
I said the same
but I
thing,
don't
kid.
call you that.
Hey, that's me. I'm not a kid.
Yes, that's also something I was wanting to ask. Your name is Jin. Why is that?
Yeah. My name is oh God. Hold on 1 second. Now I gotta fucking open up this backstory. Jesus Christ.
Well, Sensei, if you remember right,
There we go.
Jin are not my biggest fans.
Yeah. So yeah, basically you'll get you're able to put two and two together when they say this. Yeah. So I'm my name is Jin, and this is my best friend Flump. They're a powerful mage and wizard. I'm basically I come from a small family of changelings and such. I'm an only child, but there's my mother Jess, and then my father Jock, and they were part of this famous Inquisition.
Oh my god.
Famous.
Let me make your eye saving throw. But yeah. So we kind of like changelings always just kind of have like short names and all that stuff.
Okay. Well, sorry for the comment. I was not trying to be rude. Something about this place just gets me infuriated.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Flump says I'm pretty like blunt with certain things, and I should probably work on that. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I just, Jinns are a type of creature, and I'm not the biggest fan with some of them. So just hit the problem head on, and maybe if you want, we can show you some stuff, and make sure you're okay.
No. Well, actually, you can show me a cool sort of magic thing, but I was just sort of wandering on and all that stuff, because apparently there's like multiple layers of this place. Isn't that so cool? And I was like, hey, Flump, let's just go explore all of them. And he was like, yeah, maybe we can find our parents there, and all that sort of stuff. And it's been working out pretty well. So far, we fought so many crazy sort of things. We fought hellhounds. We fought the likes of giant sort of strange demon things. We fought cyclops, and there was this one big old thing. We didn't fight it though. It was this big sort of like giant, like the astral giant that was like, join us, rah, rah, rah. And you'll see as actually he's saying this. You'll see as they're speaking this into existence. They don't seem to weave any sort of hand signs or anything, but minor illusion, you're able to identify this, begins to form, and you can see a giant astral giant approaching. You've seen it before. It's the one in the taiga
From Taiga.
that the Ascent was dealing with.
So you said you fought all this. Would you mind writing down how that went? What you found for weaknesses. Some more information about what you've seen.
All right, you're not gonna get anything out of this guy. Here's what it's gonna. Here's the TLDR. What's gonna happen? There was a big explosion, and I was like, wham, whoom, pow, and then immediately just like, and they kind of just started doing like the Star Wars, just electrocute. You're not getting any information out of them. I'm sorry. That's the TLDR.
I had to try.
Yeah.
It,
All right,
it
easy
doesn't
enough,
have to
Yonto.
be instantaneous, but
But
it's worth a shot.
anyways, are you friends of Anthrax?
Yes.
Mhm.
I've traveled with him for a while now.
Are you a part of
Me
a
too.
circus like Anth?
No, not really. We had all different reasons for coming to the taiga, and we just happened to meet up, and we basically formed a group after certain events.
Ah, I see. Hey, Anth, why'd you go around just sort of jumping around your jumping ship? Come on. Ah,
Well, he was separated from his group.
Jumping
Oh.
ship that didn't do that willingly, didn't.
oh, that makes sense. Must have been the starry ones then. They must have probably got into you. They keep, I don't know. They just keep seeming to follow everybody around for whatever reason. But they're cool when they're not. They're cool when they are. But yeah. So
What-
are you gonna?
I mean,
are you gonna go?
they're cool when they are, because like Graz has put on her like I'm talking to a apparently small child, even though he says that he's not face. And
Yeah.
she's just like, because when we run into them, usually we end up having to fight them, so we don't get to spend a lot of time with them. But what kind of cool things do they do?
Well, there's a big explodey one. I call him Ben. and then there is there's the sort of astral mage thingy. I call them Ashleys. And then there's the there's the knight in shining armor, call them Carls. And then there's there's the stealthy ones. I call them Jimmies. They kind of like have these super long arms and stuff, kind of like a bugbear, and they kind of go running on all fours at you. It was really scary, but I kind of realized they're just like dogs, but not like Zappy. Zappy's cool. I mean, those guys are cool too, but Zappy's cooler.
Zappy is very cool.
Oh, and there's this one big. You should probably not that one. Remember the conversation we just had? Yeah, you know, probably not that one. Oh,
Speaking of which,
okay.
why was that in private?
Rashid, Fire, you remember that one thing that I mentioned before about certain things poof in your head, big bad, that sort of thing. Yes, we're going across that territory. That same sort of thing that I mentioned, it's along those lines.
Okay, alright.
But, yes, So, also, are you all gonna go to the Baimani island? And are you gonna go see the Zhao Dynasty performance?
Is that what the tournament is?
Out of game, no. Basically, the circus apparently is going to be performing at the Bioni tournament.
I don't believe so. I this is the first I've heard of it.
Oh, well, you should go. Maybe if I'm able to. Well, I probably won't be there because I'm kind of like in here, but that's fine. I kind of like it here, anyways. But you should go, and maybe you can get Anth to sort of join in as well. There was actually this one guy. Hey, Anth, come here. There is also this one guy that was sort of looking for you. I meant to mention that.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah. There was there's some guy who was sort of looking for you as well. Apparently, you owe him some big favors, and they were you kind of pissed him off. And he came looking for you at Jaded Dragon Valley at one of our shows in the Zhao Dynasty Kingdom, but then he didn't find anything before, and he was like, "Oh, well, where'd he go?" And I was like, "I don't know. He just kind of ran off somewhere." And I was like, I kind of just shrugged. So yeah, there's this guy looking for you. He didn't really tell me his name though.
Okay, that's
But apparently he came from like the desert land. I think it was called the Secret Wasteland.
The Forbidden Expanse?
No, the Secret Wasteland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I appreciate you for sharing that with me. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I assume I know who they are, or I have an idea, but that's fine. I suppose I'll meet them later when we move on from here. But yeah, thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it was actually a good thing that I sort of ran into you here. But it seems to be that you got your new friends and all that sort of stuff. But yeah. So if you ever show up, if I happen to be there, then cool. If not, I'm gonna be, me and Flump are gonna be tearing it down in here. So well, go have fun with your little crazy little bubbles and all that sort of stuff. But I'm
Real
gonna
quick, my highest saving throw for the Inquisition. What was it?
Oh yeah, here we go. For your 20, it's nothing like super important. You don't gain a memory or anything like that. It's more of as you kind of you hear the likes of the Inquisition, you would see as there is, oh boy. You see as there are several figures, or all of them is sort of fighting out in the likes of the middle of the street and more. Spells are being cast up high in the sky and more. Swords are clashing. People are getting thrown into shackles and more against their will. You see a city, sick, almost completely depleted of resources and more. And up in the sky, you see an individual with the likes of, or fighting the likes of an Inquisition mage, seem to be sending off multiple light-bearing spells. The other individual that they're fighting seem to be winged of some sorts, but seem to sling light from this strange device. Seems to be a firearm that you would be able to tell. Kind of like ants, but that's about it.
Huh.
This
Okay.
Inquisition, they seem familiar, but they don't seem like the nice bunch.
Ah. Okay.
Oh, well, I guess I'll talk to you guys all later. Oh, maybe, if you guys aren't dead. But, hopefully you won't. Hope you have a mage and all that stuff like, Flump. Alright, bye! And you'll see as he's gonna just literally start, pretty much, skipping around, doing a little bit of ring around the rosy for a bit, with the likes of this sort of dome. Rashid will look over towards them. They'll begin to say, Jin. 1 quick second. You'll see as they begin to have that little telepathic conversation that you're able to sort of pick up on. Ulf, they're like, okay, alright, gotcha. No more of that. Cool. Alright, I'll say hi to, no. Fine, I was just gonna say, make a perception check, Ulf. 24, I'm a DM you.
So much going on right now, y'all. What the fuck?
Alright. That's what you hear, and they're gonna skip on off. Damn it. I need a fucking nap after this. That. Anybody, are you guys doing anything before you guys go to bed, or is that all?
Pyre, when were you going to identify all the items? Before or after the long rest?
I mean, I could start now. It's just gonna take some time, obviously. But whenever you guys want me to, basically.
Okay. I also have a question before the long rest. Does anybody have sending and have an extra spell slot right now for sending?
I don't know if sending will go across planes, does it?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't
I
think it
have
actually
sending.
does.
Oh.
Creature, mine.
Or any sort of messaging spell that could get to
Oh
Ointment or
no,
Talk My Girl.
you can send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence. But if the target is on a different plane than you, there's a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive. So I think you have to roll like above or like
D100.
above
just
5 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't 5% be basically nat 1? Just fails?
It would be on a D100.
Oh, right.
So. Yes. I've got sending. I don't remember where I picked this up.
Sefik taught you.
Oh, right. Yes, he's an interesting individual.
He is, and I have some questions for him for another, or just some information for him for another point. But right now, would you mind sending a message to Oyamenartok, and just ask how she's doing, how things in the Taiga are going, and that I say hello, that kind of stuff.
There's a limit of 25 words, so we need to plan that out a little bit. But yeah, I can do that. Yeah, let me start rummaging through for his copper wire out of his bag. When you're ready, just let me know what you want to say.
Yes. Graz says, hello, how are you? And how is the taiga? It's 11.
Yeah, I've got 12/11, but I think I was counting. Okay.
Alright.
I'm just gonna tackle like, hello, this is Pyre, and then the rest of the message I want to send to Oya Manartok. Can't say her name.
All good, all good. Nothing crazy, nothing much, but they'll just respond and say, hello, Pyre. Still the tiger? Still dealing with the darkness? Nothing much has changed besides heading towards one of the 5 towns. East Haven. That's it.
24, nice. Cool, cool, cool.
I will relay that back.
Awesome, thank you.
I think that's everything. Yeah, so Pyre will spend some time sitting identifying everything. Also says that I had 2 gems that I pulled out of the statue while in the maze. I never wrote those down. Are those just like monetary value, or are those anything special,
Monetary
or...
value. Nothing else. Their main outside of the game, their main use was inside the maze, really. So right now there's monetary value.
Okay. I didn't get a like write down for those, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah, don't worry. Basically, whenever you try to go sell them, they'll tell you how much they're worth.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, because it's gonna vary from person to person.
Got a wheel and deal. All right. Yeah. So, because there were multiple items, so what are the items that you guys are having me identify?
I will put them all in chat.
Okay.
Yep. If you guys want,
And-
you guys can just like write them down in chat, discussing in the text chat and all that stuff. Who's attuned to what, yada yada yada, and all that stuff. Just in the background if you want.
Yeah.
All right. So, besides that, is there anything else you guys are doing before your rest, or are you guys laying down?
I think we're just long resting.
Yep.
Identifying the long rest, basically.
All right. Easy enough.
It's right before a long rest. I'm just gonna burn all the spell slots for it.
That being said, as you all begin to eventually drift off into sleep, one by one, you all begin to dream about whatever you so wish. Some of you have a little bit of trouble sleeping, though, wondering how long will you be able to get a full night's rest, or will the Falaskia be waiting outside this dome when you awake? A bit of stress begins to make it harder to actually relax, but eventually, one by one, you all begin to fall asleep. Some happier than others, but one individual potentially either more happier or potentially even more angrier than the rest. Sarthiel.
Yep.
As you are sleeping and such, your mind begins to drift further and further into the likes of the stone beneath you. Eventually, your mind begins to start drifting towards an astral place for a moment. You begin to think about all your sort of training before. Eventually, it leads you on a strange astral path for a moment. A heavenly path, you know it well. But as you're sort of walking it, take several steps, one foot after the other, before you begin to slowly drift off, falling off of said path. Something pushing you off, something dragging you against your will. As you begin to plummet further and further, air sort of rushing past you. A loud sort of crack, a loud thud. Or you look around about. You're no longer in the astral sea. Find yourself on the likes of or in a valley, in a forest. Find yourself here. Looking around and about, you see as stars themselves, it seems a little bit of... Oh, on Discord died again. Let me go fix that. What's that? Hello?
Hello?
That's...
We could hear you.
Yeah.
That's
I could hear you the entire time.
strange. I'll fix it later. I don't know. Discord being weird for some reason. Yeah, I don't know what that is about. That's very, very weird. I'll fix it later. But anyways. Sorry, Theo, as you're sort of looking about, you see as there's bits of starlight that is sort of actually in front of your face that you could even reach out to touch. Regardless, what would you be doing, or what would you say and or do at this point in time? You look about and there's still a small, or a little bit past, there seems to be a river of the sorts.
Can I go to the edge?
As you do, kind of go to the edge for a moment, and you see as there is the water sort of rapidly passing on by, but look down and see your just look down to see your reflection for a moment, and you don't see anything. Well, you don't see yourself. What you do see, a familiar figure, blue-skinned and more horned, long hair, these sort of strange horns and almost bits of almost draconic or infernal, like, how do you say, what's a rocky structure sort of jutting out of them for a moment. You look over, you see Dragos for a moment. You see them looking at you, or you hear them speak and say, Sathiel. Sathiel.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes?
As they begin to, as you're sort of looking at them, see as they begin to almost show a sign of relief to peer down toward or back at you. Finally, this thing is working. Thought I would never be able to see you again. Where are you? Where have you been? You see this. See as their form is sort of twisted, mangled, and more bits of their flesh kind of twisted about. They're injured, they're wounded, altered, but it is unmistakably them.
Who are you? Oh.
Dragos. Sathiel, you remember me, correct?
What happened to you? You look totally different.
It's the ramifications of it all. The incident, the portal, it changed me. Did it not change you as well?
It did, but where are you?
I am not far. I've been trying to find you since your presence. Anything. They have me. These stars, these... They call it something that I can't even say or speak. They have me chained up here for some strange reason, I don't know why. These astral starred shackles and such. And these other fiends, they don't understand. They keep me locked here. Please, find me.
Do you see any surroundings to make it easier?
There's these massive chains about. We're not connected to them, but they seem to be leading over a rift, a sort of lava pool of some sorts. Mountainous structures shutting out. There's another born devil like me. They are looking over and sending multiple tacklers, imps, on the search for anything, these individuals wielding marks of some sort. I don't know why, but regardless. There's a couple of dead trees. Yes, do you know what they are?
Can I raise a hand and show him the mark?
Yes, like that. Kind of. I don't know why, but they're looking for them. The Phalaskia, they're looking for these individuals.
Yeah, that's us.
Why? What did you do? What did they do? What are you with them?
Yes.
See is look down for a moment. And then look down or back up to you. Look, I don't know what happened after the ritual and such. I have no idea what you've been through. But I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry for it all. I did not want for any of this. They'll kind of look over and motion towards their form and just to everything.
Okay. How do I get out of here? I'm gonna start looking.
As they look over, they'll look out towards the... They'll look out towards the water and look back up towards the moon. Begin to say... I am... Suppose whenever I wish to sort of end this sort of sequence, I've used a bit of magic of the sorts. I've gained a little bit of help in my time. I guess whenever you are ready to leave, then we can. But Sathiel, I don't know how much time I have. I just want you to know, if anything happens to me, please remember my name and carry it with you. These things, they take memories, they take people, they take it all away from everyone. Do not wish for this. Do not wish for you to suffer a fate like this, or me to suffer one like it. Are you sure that you could look right now? No offense, but look a bit terrible right now. Tired. So tired.
As rest, I'll find you.
Me, look for this strange pigment, and hopefully, friend, we will be reunited. I will try to hold out as long as I can, but they're getting irritated, to say the least.
Maybe. Maybe try to convince them to use you as a bait.
How so?
I have the mark.
I see. What exactly are you getting at? Are you wanting me to give you up? At least pretend to.
Yes.
I'm not sure if they would listen, but I can try. Well, if... is there a way for me to be able to know when you're near besides this? I can only do this so many times, and it's not really reliable, and I don't really appreciate the means that I have to go about using it. Is there a way that you could give me a signal when you see me? Or a signal that I could give to you if I were to see you?
I would be able to give you a signal if I saw you in distance. But otherwise than that, I don't feel like there's anything else.
Very well. See, as he begins to look over, I will try to hold out as much as I can. But I wish you the best of luck.
Yes, hopefully I'll see you soon.
We'll see as eventually sort of strange vision begins to start drifting for a moment. If there's nothing else that you have to say to them, then we'll see as it eventually ends, begins to fade. With that, return back to your night's rest. Looking over, eventually one by one, you all will awaken, and you all gain the likes of your long rest for now. Looking about, look around, and there seems to be where you can still see the purple eyes getting closer and closer towards you all. But at this point, you might want to get moving and get moving soon, or you're going to be running into them immediately.
Alright, everyone, wake up, and let's get the hell out of here.
No. 7 souls, if that's the case. You guys moving out? Anybody saying anything, explaining anything at all?
One thing, Ulf, do you still want to do your thing or not?
No, it's fine.
A damn snowstorm.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
All good, all good. All right, so if that's the case, then I guess you guys would just continue on, just walking and hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Speed walking.
Mhm.
Well,
Fair enough.
that's a question. Do we move at an accelerated pace? And,
Yes.
Like, damage our stealth rolls, or do we just start going?
Yeah,
We're
if they
gonna
know where we're at, fuck your stealth. Until we see
Mm.
something, just fucking run.
Yeah, until
Yeah,
we see
just run.
something.
Exactly. Just like
Yeah,
try to roll
perception.
So yeah, perception. Like for as soon as we see like silhouettes of people or something, we're just running.
Yeah.
Not running, but yeah, speed walking.
You got
Cross
it.
can take the lead on that too. She can like scout.
As you're sort of doing so, I just need one person to make a survival check, and someone can help them to give them advantage. It's more so tracking where you kind of need to be. Also, more so taking efficient paths. Yahato,
I'm
you're
using-
using the blue mark as well to kind of
Yeah.
figure out
yeah,
where
I
you
was
gotta
gonna
go.
say.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say like help Groz with using the blue mark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's it.
All right.
That's a
so,
20.
Groz, were you asking something?
No, I was just gonna say I was using my inspo, but he helped me for advantage, so.
All good, all good. So 13 and a 20. 20 will be good enough. You guys all continue on up ahead, and as you do, you eventually begin to start hearing something of note that draws your attention to stop sprinting on ahead. You look over, you hear more of these sort of bestial roars out and about. However, it's not just one, it's several in particular. It seems similar to the roar that you heard when that ritual was summoned, or that ritual was began. It seemed to be that eventually a beast of the sorts, almost demonic ape, had formed and started destroying everything. Looking about, you see as flying overhead, there seems to be just a skeleton that gets tossed about, smashing into the ground before scattering out into millions of pieces. Go look over, and up ahead, you see a war going on. That's what you see. Looking around and about, you'll see as there seems to be several Balgora of the sorts getting ready to just almost bludgeon and destroy each of these sort of skeletons. You'll see as they're surrounding them, rushing them down left and right, and as they're sort of doing so, you see as they're taking multiple stabs, cuts to the likes of the legs, more before just punched directly into the face and scattered into the likes of the, or into the stone. As this happens, you see as another strange, spindly individual, a familiar one at that, begins to look over, and they seem to be summoning or raising more and more of these strange creatures, these more of these skeletons from the ground up, or even manifesting more and more of these strange bones and sending them off to fight the likes of these demonic apes. As they're doing so, you look around and about, and that's not the only thing sort of going on. Imps, cacklers, and more begin to roam the likes of the land, looking out towards the battle, but ignoring it, as that doesn't really necessarily concern them. They seem to be looking and scouring for everything. That seems to be there are several blocks in the road. What are you guys gonna say or do to get past it?
We've been we are expecting some cloaks from Gary. Could we have I wanted to have a little thing where Gross gave him a little letter. But could we have gotten those from Gary and put those cloaks on before now, or right now, before anybody sees us?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool, thank you. Jesus.
So, as you begin to do so, you place on all the cloaks, open to conceal at least your face, but won't necessarily conceal your form. It'll help out a little bit. Also, I'm gonna disconnect this and then play this instead.
So, out of character question, we're tracking Natalia, right?
We're tracking Elowen.
Elowen, okay. Just to make sure I've got it straight in my mind.
Okay.
Because metagame knowledge is metagame knowledge. Yeah.
Yahi, could you do, or she wouldn't say Yahi, Yahato, does
I was gonna...
Yeah.
The mark, yeah. I was gonna ask Sensei, like, where does the mark point?
As you begin to do so, your eyes begin to shift blue for a moment, and what they begin to do is they begin to start pointing you off into this direction. Wait, hold on. Can't ping it over here. Let me ping it on this thing. They begin to start shifting and telling or pointing you off into this direction. Up ahead, you see as there is... Yes. Up ahead, you see as there is a slight shifting in coloring. Make a perception check for me, Yahato.
With sight?
Yes, this is with sight.
Okay.
21.
21.
You look over, and it seems to be that far in the distance, a little bit over the horizon, you notice as the colors are beginning to shift from that of lava-filled hues, from red, browns, and yellows, and all that sort of stuff. And they're changing and shifting to the likes of more greenish, bioluminescent blues and sort of strange, almost ethereal coloring. Get the sense that the River Styx was anywhere, probably going to be in that location. Out of game, if you need a little better example, it kind of looks like from one place from League. I think of the name, Shadow Isles.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. That looks like trouble, which means it's our destination. As he points out, like where we should go. And okay, Sensei, what would it take to roll to see, like, try and see what is the best kind of route to take that wouldn't get us involved in this war that's happening?
Well, that'd be more of a survival check. It's also up to your intuition. I can just can't really tell you like, oh, this is the best optimal route, but I can tell you like, hey, these are your options here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are our options, and we can choose.
Alright.
So survival.
Yeah,
That's what
survival.
Groz would be looking for that too.
Okay.
If
Alright.
I'm also allowed to roll for it.
You can both roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
18
That is an 18.
and 21. All right. So looking about it. So the fact of the matter is, these guys are distracted enough, but draw too much attention probably by like flashy spells or whatever, and they might not be as distracted, and you might end up getting roped into like this sort of thing. Thinking about now, the only bad part about it is this route over towards the left, it seemed to be a pathway to where your destination kind of is. Looking about, there is this large chain that is connecting the likes of these two structures. Definitely big enough for you to walk on, for sure. The only issue is you would have to get past the likes of these guys. Besides that, there is a smaller sort of pathway that is having several other chains that may not necessarily be walkable, but you can definitely sort of like more so walkable without any like real check or roll. But these smaller ones, you could probably climb onto them or hold onto them for dear life and try to shimmy your way to the other side and hope to God that no one saw you. There's 3 differing paths to whichever place you'd want to go. The other thing is, well, there's devils and imps and all these sort of cacklers and such that are scattered around the entire area, and they seem to be searching for you. So you're gonna need some distractions for sure. That's what you were able to pick up with your 21 and 18. And though this is the shorter way, it is the most... perilous. Yeah, perilous. There's a lot of things that can possibly go wrong. The longer way is possible. It's just more so you're gonna have to probably fight your way to get through, or you're gonna have to figure out a way to get past these guys without getting noticed. So that's what I got for you that your character would know about or care about.
Okay, one other question. Would Yahato know that if casting Eldritch Blast somewhere would draw attention to like the source of the spell or where it hit?
If they're smart enough, they'll look. It depends on who they are, but if they're smart enough, they'll look for the source of it. Others who aren't really that perceptive or smart, they'll probably look at what the blast hit, thinking that something caused, like it was an explosion rather than a beam.
These guys look like they have Ulf level of intelligence. Probably safe to do it.
Oh my god.
Come on, let's not beat up on Ulf here. That's not cool.
I'm sorry, it's an easy target. I can't.
I know, but that's crossing the line. in my opinion.
Be nice.
Yeah.
I got you, Judd. So, then, where are you guys headed? Or what are you guys doing then?
He will present like the options to Graz, explain everything, and just let her decide as the captain.
So people don't complain at me, I cast mage armor on myself.
Very smart.
Looking at you, Graz.
Hey, you were the one who told me to remind you, man.
No,
I don't even have to
you
do it
said
anymore.
You were going to.
That's true. That's true. I did one time. Anyway, though, as Yahato says this, Graz may be the captain, but this is a democracy, and if anybody has any good ideas, that would be. I really would rather not go through the fight over here. 'Cause I don't know if there's a way that we could stealth through that, and there's like fucking 10 skeletons and all this other shit, man. But realistically, does anyone think it's feasible for us to cross like the chains to get to the other side?
We could hold our weapons up.
I have a question for Gravitas.
Mhm.
Or for you, Sensei. We've been traveling with him long enough. Can he cast gravity on a specific item or?
Let's find out. Just density. Also the weight of one object or creature. Yes, they can.
Nah, I'm very not density. I'm very specifically thinking of gravity, which I guess is
How
affected
so?
by density.
Yeah. So if you're talking about the thing that they were doing to you guys like before, yes, they can do that on the object. Besides that, it's just gonna be general spells and all that.
You see that little chain? I want him to make gravity literally attract to that chain.
Gravity attract to that chain. You might have a spell for that.
The reason I'm saying this is if we decide to cross that, if that gravity is attracting like a fucking magnet for us, it's going to make it a hell of a lot easier to cross if we try to sneak or whatever it may be. As
They
opposed
have
to
something
going across
for
the big
that.
chain.
They might be able to finagle something. They'll look over and kind of say, I do have one of an older sort of spell, magnify gravity. I might be able to help adjust it, but I will say it will do a bit of damage to you all. Not too much, but enough where you should be aware of it.
Okay, there's
But it will
that.
probably make sure that you will not fall.
There is that. There's also, as he looks at higher, like, or at what level can you cast fly?
I don't have fly.
Didn't you have like free uses of
It's
it or
gone.
something?
Yeah, but it was
Oh,
on
shit.
myself.
Oh.
Well, you
Okay.
might be in luck. I have fly.
Oh my god, Tony.
For how many people?
Well, you see, the thing is, I'm a sorcerer. I can use a little bit of
Oh, it
Dendar's
was-
magic, and
Perfect.
I could. How the fuck does that work? At least 2 people, that's for sure. Sensei's going to go check if he can do it on 4 people or not, because I don't know how that works with upcasting shit and then twin spelling and upcast.
Oh, that's yeah. Sorcerers are funny like that.
Yeah, so
do you mean,
upcasting
like-
and then twin spell.
Oh, you want light?
I have no idea.
I think
I don't
twin
think so.
spell is like spells that can only target one person.
Right.
I'm pretty
well,
sure
And you
you
can target
can.
it.
Like, I'm pretty sure you can't, but they could. I think the benefit is they could twin spell it, and they don't have to use a higher level spell slot to do it. I think that's how it works. Pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go with that. So I can get that. I can get 2 people.
I could get myself and 2 more people.
How?
That's like warlocks. I mean, I think it's like I can target myself and 2 more people because spell slots. It's
Oh.
like a 5th level spell slot.
Oh, do you have fly?
Yeah.
That's the part I was missing. I was like, what do you mean? Okay.
Sensei,
Okay,
I
so
have
that's-
sorry, real quick. Sensei, can you confirm there are some skeletons on this map or like creatures or whatever that do not have like tokens? Are they actually there or are those just for decoration?
They're there and they're for decoration. They're dead. They've just been hanged there.
Okay. I
They
just
ain't
wanted to
fighting
make
you, though.
sure. Gotcha. Cool. Exactly what I needed to know. Sorry, Madra, go ahead.
Mhm. Okay, that's like 5 people that can fly out of a lot.
I would just like to mention, because I was looking at it too, over to our right there are a bunch of baddies over here. If you can't see them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh fuck, yep.
I don't need to fly.
Is fly the spell powerful enough for one to carry another if they have that spell active on them?
We could
It
probably
doesn't say
carry
anything about
Zappy,
that.
and chances are we could probably carry Gravitas because he doesn't weigh anything. But
Yeah, maybe Gross could carry someone, because, you know.
Yeah.
Tony kicks you.
Kicks who?
You.
Oh, Tony doesn't have to kick me. Groz would have just like been like, oh, okay, if we're flying, then hop on.
Yeah, they don't want to say it though.
No. Groz understands that Tony doesn't like that they have to get help or whatever, so she just like very casually would just be like, oh, okay.
Oh, also, before we go, Sarfil's gonna explain the dream about what happened, and say that these chains are kinda looking like what he was explained that they were.
On that note, if you explain the dream, everybody make a perception check then.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, everybody, me too.
Yep,
Sight.
everybody. This is sight.
Oh, it did not roll with advantage. Oh, 17.
Yeah. Rashid, Tony, Ulf, Darthiel. Yeah, you guys will be able to beat that DC. 23. You'll see as Rashid will look over and say, "Oh, I think we might have found them." We'll see as they point out over, and far, you see over there is somebody sort of trying to get the likes of out from these sort of shackles. They're sort of moving left and right, fidgeting and more, trying to free themselves, but unable to do so.
So guess who has Dimension Door? And if they're in sight, guess who can bamf over there? So
how many people can bamf over there?
just me and one other person.
Fuck.
That should be enough for the rest of us to fly there. Right?
Well, and the thing is that if I bamf over there, the other person and I can free this individual.
Yep.
While everyone's flying and drawing everyone towards them, and then we can ambush them from behind.
Yeah, that's actually a great idea.
So.
Yeah, other than the fact that that leaves two less of us to fight 3 Balrogs, fucking multiple skeleton archers, whatever the fuck, flying dragon looking.
No.
We're not
here.
Yeah, if you fly
It's
straight
here.
east.
Yeah, we're going over here.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking
we got,
over
like, these-
here, and they're talking over here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like we've got like these 5 little flying mosquito things, but
Imps.
that's much
Accurate,
better
though.
than these. Yeah, much better than all of fucking these guys over
Mhm.
here. Ugh.
So, are we making it happen?
Let's do it.
All right. Ask Rashid to cast fly on. Actually, I would cast fly on. I think. Wait, let me check again the spell.
Who's
How
going
much
in the
we-
dimension door? I'm guessing probably Sarthiel and Pyre.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably be the smartest.
Yep.
Because I don't
Well,
think
those
that
two
they would.
can-
You guys are smart enough to realize they probably wouldn't just look at Pi and be like, "Hey, buddy, come with me," and they would be willing to do so, considering they have no idea who they are.
I'm gonna take a one of the lengths of just cloth and basically Zappy's getting tied to Ulf at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Zappy ain't going anywhere.
Okay. I would cast fly on Ulf, Yahato himself, and Groz, and tell Rashid to cast it on Anth and. Can he cast it on himself and 2 other people, or just 2 people?
Just 2 people total.
Okay, he doesn't have it. Okay.
So
Well,
Actually,
cast it on
wait,
himself.
actually,
and-
no, never mind. That is a lie. He can cast it on 3 people.
Yeah,
yes,
I was
spell
asking
slot,
like
never mind.
if if he has a 5th level spell slot that he can, well, cast it on Anth, Tony, and himself.
Okay, you can do that.
And Gross could carry Gravitos.
So,
Yeah, all right, we have a plan. Let's go.
I think also
Alright.
just real quick, we should try to stay like over close to this side. Sensei, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm assuming that these like rocky outcroppy things are like actually like vertical, right? So they might block us from this guy over here, or at least block his view a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So like
Stay
if we-
stay
yeah.
low.
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll stay low
Oh,
and we'll
okay, I
try
see
to
what you're
stay
talking
like
about.
in
Okay,
this.
I was like, where are you fucking pointing
Yeah.
at?
These-
What the hell?
Mhm.
These rocks.
Yeah.
Try to stay behind those, get the cover.
Gotcha,
my
gotcha.
question is, does anyone want to be invisible?
No, because it's not gonna help. I don't think it's gonna help any.
Yeah,
of
we
us.
don't need to cast. Like, we don't need to waste more spell slots. Let's go.
Well, that's
Let's just do it.
Oh,
We're not really getting a lot of spell slots back, so
yeah.
well,
not if we keep resting. We
I
can't
just
keep
wanted
resting.
to, I just want to make sure because
Yeah.
if someone's hit that's concentrating on fly, you're all
Mhm.
going in the ravine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't get hit.
So who's going with me?
Me.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start
So-
there. I basically moved all your tokens so I would kind of know like, hey, this is the groups or whatever, right?
Mhm.
Okay,
sorry.
so let's start with the flying groups first. So you guys all cast the spells, mark down your spell slots and all that stuff.
Yeah.
As you do, Tony and Rashid, you all begin to start flying about, and as you begin to do so, you feel very much weightless, and you're able to move at a breakneck pace. However, as you're doing so, make a stealth check if you are trying to cross the likes of this path without being seen.
I think we would all go about the same time. Wouldn't we?
That's fine. I'll keep it like for just more so like the order of rolls and
I
all
got
that
you.
stuff. But yeah, I got you. So dexterity, that's 21 for Ant. Good stuff. Let's see for the NPCs. Rashid getting a 7. The League of Rashid
Can
is in
I
effect.
can he use my my inspiration? Jesus, okay.
Yeah. God. All right.
But Rashid is the one that should not get hit. He's the one
Yeah.
concentrating.
Yeah.
Roll for Rashid. I'll try one more time. 14's a little bit better. All right. So, between all 3 of you, you guys believe yourselves to be stealthy, and you continue on. We'll see if anybody notices you in a bit. Next up, we go to Yahato, Ulf, Zappy, Gravitos, and Graz. I need you to make some stealth checks for me. This is with, you don't have the disadvantage because you're flying. I would find it pretty hard to believe that there's clinking of metal while you're in
Yeah,
the air.
I was gonna ask. Like, bro, we're flying. There's no. Okay, so stealth, please.
Mine would be a 14.
So
Not
yeah,
a
we got.
9.
Yeah, we'll take whichever one is the highest, or the excuse me, not the highest roll, but the first.
Sensei, that rolled automatically with disadvantage. I should have like a
It
12
should be
instead.
11. Yeah, so 12.
11 plus 1, yeah, 12.
12, and then Graz. We're still taking the first one, so it would still be a 9 for you, Graz. First
Why?
one.
It's but it. Oh yeah, that's right. My bad.
Yeah, I would just have to take the
then
first one.
yeah, then
rather.
I would like to use my inspiration from today.
Got it. Go for it. I'm gonna roll. Gravitos probably wouldn't need to roll anything. You're literally carrying them. Same with Zappy.
Damn it.
Oh my
No,
god.
14.
Oh no, this one was higher. Yeah, this one was higher. They rolled the 10 first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So 14. Okay. So between all of you, you believe yourselves to be stealthy. You kind of follow a little bit behind Rashid and everything. But you guys are pretty much going at the same exact pace.
I would have told Rashid and Yahi both to stay near me. I threw it in
Okay.
chat earlier. I just didn't want to interrupt you.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. They will do
Something
so.
like within 10 feet. Just if I had to put a number on it.
You know.
Yeah,
No
okay.
more, no less.
Also, we're trying to land like somewhere around here, not going
Oh,
here. You know,
Gotcha,
like,
gotcha.
kind of around here.
All right. So
No,
while
no,
you guys
no.
are,
Sensei,
No.
I'm saying not
like, over
here. We are
Not here.
going here.
oh motherfucker! All right, it's lag. Because you
Yeah,
said
it is
I
lag.
want to go here. I'm like, okay, sure, fuck it. I guess
No.
this guy wants to say hi.
No.
Yeah, all right. Cool. So while that's getting ready to happen, you guys are still in the moments of flying, but we look over towards the likes of Sarthiel and Pyre. Where are you guys going? Or, yeah, where are you guys bamfing to with Dimension Door? That is 300 feet. If y'all are speaking, y'all are both muted.
Oh, I thought it was 5. Yeah, 500 feet.
Oh, is it 500? Wait, nah, Dimension Door.
Either way, you are more than close enough.
Yeah.
Either way, you
Is
are
it
more
okay?
than
Cool.
close.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Oh, 45 degree if it's 300 if it's 45 degrees.
Oh, gotcha.
So we still have enough.
Yeah.
You still have enough. It's
Yeah,
200.
you're good. Cool. You place yourselves wherever you wish to be, and then I will tell you what happens.
I'm assuming.
Probably like right next to him.
Yeah.
Or behind him, next to him, behind him, whichever you want.
Right behind the tree.
Right behind the tree here.
What about you guys teleport, like, not directly at him, but like kind of at a distance so we can reach you guys and talk to them all as a group? Just in case?
I think the entire point was for us to cause a distraction.
Yeah.
Just not so close that they scream out in fear because you pop out like a fucking screamer.
Why he go behind the tree, bro?
An astral dude just appears out of nowhere with your boyfriend.
Ooh, motherfuck.
Like where Pyre's flying to, like right there. Is that
enough?
I'm okay wherever, Ben.
Okay.
Just let me know.
Here is good, I think. Oh my
Alright.
god, the token is just slowly flying over.
There you go. As you do, bamf behind the likes of the individual. You see what you would look over, you'd see as they're hanging bound to the tree, looking over, they're kind of struggling about, shackled by these astral chains and more. I don't necessarily hear you unless you begin to speak or say something. Begin to start muttering. Where is he? Come on.
So I want to keep out of sight at first, and let Sarthiel do the talking. So like I'm gonna keep out of this guy's vision until like Sarthiel has talked to him and is not freaking out.
I'm gonna take a step next to him. I just come like from his side. And just like, hello.
Alright, wisdom saving throw. 14.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Holy fuck.
Hello there.
Scared the shit out of me. Sarthiel, you're here. What happened to the signal? What was the plan?
Change of plans. We had a way of getting to you directly, right away.
Here, these shackles. I can't get out of them. Free me from this and we'll leave. Hurry, please.
What are these shackles like?
Looking at the shackles, they are definitely magical, 100%. They seem to just be like typical sort of manacles and more. They're kind of wrapped around his wrists, and they're kind of the other ends are attached to not roots of the tree, but basically like some of the tree branches and more. Coloring wise, same sort of typical corruption coloring, all that sort of stuff, and it kind of seems to have like a strange. It's very, very small and close to the metal, but kind of like a force barrier around it.
Oh, is it similar to the barrier that we encountered with the first trial thingy?
Yeah, in a way, yeah, I would say so.
Okay, but it's much smaller in size.
Yes, like you could still reach over and try to touch like the shackles, but it's still visible in there.
So these aren't shackles.
It's like a silhouette, kind of, rather than a barrier.
Right.
So these shackles aren't pickable. Sorry.
You can try, but the chance that you'd know that the chances of you being able to do this by physical means is slim to none, unless you're an expert lock picker. This is probably gonna need to be accomplished by arcane means.
Right. I'm gonna do what I did to the barrier before. Gonna put my mark next to it and try to absorb it like I tried to do with the barrier.
All right. While this is happening, I need both you guys to make stealth checks, and then we'll be good to go. Just Arthiel, I'll describe this while you're making your stealth check. Begin to hold your hand up towards the, with the purple mark, towards the legs of these shackles. You see as they begin to slowly start siphoning into it, and as it does, it's a process. It's slow, but it's working. It's working. Meanwhile, while this is happening, unless Pyre, you're trying to do something immediately.
I think you have inspo still, Fish.
That's what I was gonna ask because I don't really want to have a 4.
Yeah.
So I want to use the inspo to reroll that.
Go for it. Also, one thing you didn't do, make sure to roll your portent die. Access to long rest.
Did.
You
Oh, you
9
did?
and 7.
Ah, gotcha. All right, so 16. That will be that. Let me fix one little thing, because, yeah. Barbot is done. I hate this. I like this new Barbot, but it's also a little weird. But, it gets the job done. Can't complain, can't complain. All right. So, while that's happening, we head over towards the others. While you are eventually sort of climbing over towards the end, you guys are able to make it by. No problems, no hiccups so far. But that doesn't change the fact that there are still imps off to the side, sort of scouring for each and every one of you. You are below the, kind of below the cliffside. You can peek over if you wish. But what would you like to do to try to get there? Or are you just rushing in and trying to start killing them? What's the plan here?
Nah, I think Ulf would try to point towards the north while staying in the ravine and try to come up around where they may not actually be seen and go up.
Mm-hmm. Also, where
Basically
are they
trying to-
exactly on the map? Sorry, I can't.
You gotta zoom
got a
in
few
really
of 'em.
close to see
I
him.
got you.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can help you out a little bit. Always.
It's just because the map is large and they're small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of also
And the
blend in
colors.
with the, yeah.
They
colors
blend
and
a
everything.
little.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. I'm gonna be fixing them up so you can see exactly where they're all at, but yeah.
Cool.
That's fine.
Thank you. But yeah,
But-
so Ulf, you're saying we should go towards this north area? Is that what you're saying?
So we can't really see it on the map, but kind of the north area, and then try to guide around them, so that we're not just pouncing directly right next to them, right where they're gonna see us kind of pop up, and kind of alert everyone. So still trying to stealth, but finding a better way to stealth than just being right next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
All right, so you guys can start moving your tokens or casting any abilities that you may need.
It'd be kind of up and off the
never mind.
map. I don't know how you really want to do that.
Last sort of thing Rashid will say is kind of as you're walking and talking. I can, though I need to focus on flying right now. If need be, I can cause a distraction by summoning a bit of infernos to cause a ruckus. Whether you want a bunch or whether you want one big one, I can do so. But we would lose flight.
I
We would have to land. We would have to land first.
I think it's better to just keep flying right now. If anything comes up, I can just pop fucking darkness in there and make them all blind.
All right, perfect.
Okay.
Hence, land seems like a better choice.
The last thing, if I'm gonna pull the bottle out again, and I'm just gonna hold it
There
out
you
in
go.
front and kind of be like,
Nice.
"We ready? Is this something that we
Nothing
want to do?"
draws in.
I'm kind of getting a
It
general
has the
reaction.
potential to draw a lot of attention too, which is
It does have potential to draw attention.
But it did save us the last time.
If we're trying to
But will it
sneak,
save us
this is
every
probably
time?
If we're trying to sneak, this will probably give us the advantage on trying to sneak, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't draw eyes once we stop it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are in hell. Smoke in hell is probably not that big of a thing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only thing I
Okay,
will
that
say,
looks-
but just so you guys are aware, kind of similar like last time, if a bunch of imps just randomly see a bunch of random smoke forming out of nowhere, they're gonna be like, what the fuck? Similar,
Yeah.
similar to
That's
the
kinda-
calculus, but that's it.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was thinking of the darkness, because it's it
I
doesn't
mean, I
have
figure
a
if they
moving
see
source.
darkness, they would probably, or at least a moving darkness, it'd probably be difficult. Or
Oh no,
they would
it wouldn't
probably
be
do
a
the same.
moving darkness. I would definitely cast it around them, not on us.
How big is darkness?
Let me see. It would be this.
That's good. Actually.
Yeah,
If someone
that could
turned
be
the
good.
lights out on me, I would raise an alarm. That's all I'm saying.
Here's what I'm thinking. We continue to do our thing. If they spot us, Anth drops darkness, and then what I think that we should do, would love to hear feedback, is we keep like going like up this way. It doesn't seem like there's anybody up here that we can see. I would love to roll perception, Sensei, just to make sure, but like we basically would just go around this whole upper corner and then come down here at the bottom where nobody is, and like one person could come out here and, you know, signal Sarthiel and Pyre, or send them a message or something. But like if we go up and around this corner, we might be able to avoid stuff better? Question mark? Thoughts?
All right, let's do that.
Mhm. All right.
Jokes aside, I'm just joking. I love like staying on the edges of the maps. I'm gonna start needing to like bring in some battle royale inspiration, just start enclosing you guys in as the encounter goes. I mean, I'm kidding. But I thought it was just funny.
We're just trying to be efficient, man.
Oh, I know. I'd be doing the exact same thing. All right, so if you guys are trying to, just to make sure, you guys are trying to move over through this area and just trying to avoid everybody. But are you using
Yeah.
the smoking bottle or are you using darkness? Which one?
I don't think we're using either.
We're not using any
Okay.
unless we get seen, in which case we then drop darkness, probably on the ones that are like closest to us or the ones sounding the alarm.
All right, well, let's do it this way then. As you guys are kind of slinking about, you're getting ready to move to your second destination. I need you all to make stealth checks. Now, yeah. And are you guys landing or what's the thing here?
I think we should still be
no.
flying at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to be
making
flying
sure.
above their heads, bro.
There was a right answer and a wrong answer. I was just seeing. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. We're still flying, but like trying not too high, just in case we fall. We don't take 80 billion d6 damage.
Okay, so the good news is you don't double fail, but you still roll a 3. That will be a fail.
Yeah, that's a
God.
7 total. Yeah.
Okay, that was the
Oh, it grabbed
first
us, doesn't
roll
need
was
to.
a
There you go.
17 actually.
Thank you, Tony.
The first. Okay, Sensei. First roll was actually an 18.
First roll is an
I'm
actually
gonna-
16. Gotcha.
I'm gonna give Graz our inspo.
Okay.
Oh,
My
Mm.
inspo.
Wait. Oh yeah, she rolled a 1. Fuck.
All right, 19. All right, you guys seem to be good. If you want to use that inspo to increase your like average, then that would be nice. So
Yeah, there we go.
14.
18.
18. All right, you guys are good. We're gonna make some perception checks from these guys, and that is it. All right. It's from one
Thanks,
little,
Dred.
or it's for all of them. So 4. They're blind. All right, cool.
Woo!
Let's go.
As
They
you
didn't
do,
know
you're
we
ki-
could fly. They're not looking up.
Yeah, exactly. As you're kind of floating above them, you'll see as a couple of the imps, you'll kind of hear them sort of screaming in Infernal. God damn it! Where are they? We've been looking in the same goddamn area the entire freaking time. I'm so freaking irritated with this. Is this reward even worth it, man?
Fucking losers.
What? And
Bro,
then you see
I'm
as they st-
whispering.
No,
I'm
they're like,
whispering.
what was that? Then begin to fly over here. You're a fucking dumbass. It's the freaking screaming over there, and they point towards the Balgora flinging a skeleton. Yeah, you're right. I'm just losing it down here. I'm sick and tired being sick and tired. All right. And with that, you guys can just whoop, fly on over. Yeah, you fucking crushed that DC. They are dumb.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good stuff. Good thinking. So now you don't get all the way over there because this is like because you guys were trying to plan all that stuff. So you're about like right over here, just about like you're just getting there. So wherever Rashid is, you guys can form up over there. But while this is sort of happening, Sarthiel, you are siphoning, and eventually, Pyre, you look over and you kind of have to hide, or you and Sarthiel have to hide behind the tree as you notice as some individuals sort of flying over. You see as the Horned Devil is beginning to look over, and they'll begin to start making their way over and speaking to this individual and saying, "Are you enjoying your time here? What kind of question is that? Good. Don't worry. After a bit in time, then all will be well. I'll send you off the likes of Wrath and more. Pay my reward for the likes of these marked ones to run the car. And it will be swell for you. Besides, any sort of pain and suffering that you suffered from here on and dealing with the likes of them, think of it this way. Auroraverse, they'll make sure you don't remember any of it. Can you go now? You're annoying me. You and that mouth of yours. Look at what's coming towards you. Eventually. As they begin to flap their wings for a moment, and as they do, they take off for a bit. Sarthiel and Pyre look over. Seems to be the Horned Devil is gone. Seems to be the coast is clear. You guys continue on, I assume. Sarthiel is siphoning the likes of more and more of the astral shackles for a bit. Eventually, ching, you'll see as one of them begins to drop. Ching, another one will begin to drop before eventually Fragos will begin to drop down onto the ground onto one knee. Look over towards their wrists. What are you two doing?
Did we see the rest of the group flying overhead?
They are, so at this point, they're still probably talking. I should probably have to have a little conversation. They're in the process of trying to sneak around. This is, again, because we're skipping over like several minutes of time. Yeah.
So, but do we see them like still approaching? Sort of.
Yeah, you still see them approaching.
So, I don't know about Sarthiel, but I'm like, let's get up on higher ground and like just disappear, sort of thing. But I don't know, Ben. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Let's go.
Get up and get the fuck out.
Alright,
Basically, like just disappear like shadows.
And this is where the funniest begin. So, Fragos will look over towards Sarthiel, and as they do, they immediately rush over to give you a hug, and then they see Pyre for the first time. They're gonna grab the likes of you, Sarthiel. If you let them, they're gonna try to pull you and begin to say, "Stand back. I can deal with them."
Relax.
What do you mean, relax? You see as they're conjuring a spell.
He's with me.
I'm not one of them. We'll explain in a second.
He's not one of them. Just
what are you talking? Sarthiel, we're getting out of here now. Now.
Yeah, with him. Relax. Don't worry.
I suggest that way, and I point to behind us.
Are you fucking serious? They're gonna start casting a spell.
I'm gonna try to stop him.
You'll see Pyre make an Arcana check to identify what spell it is. And then I got you, Sarthiel.
Is it a guiding bolt?
It is not a guiding bolt. It is actually not an offensive spell. You'll see as you're able to identify they're casting Dimension Door. They will look over towards you, Sarthiel, and as they're beginning to weave the spell, and they're getting ready to grab you before you stop them. What are you doing? We don't have time for this.
We are going with him. With them.
I
Off
just
you
start
go.
walking towards the thing, trying to get up.
Sarthiel, do not fight me on this. Please, do you trust me?
Do you trust me?
A look over. Make a persuasion check, Sarthiel. Look over towards Pyre, then look towards you.
Oh. It's gonna be a bit toxic, but I'm gonna say one more thing. Remember the last time I trusted you?
Snap.
And I'm gonna use inspiration for that.
Oh yeah, okay, he has inspiration.
Oh man. Oh boy. Hold on, I gotta think about this for a second. I gotta think. 2 seconds. Going to the Mind Palace for a minute.
We did a thing. Do I have like a picture of like me at all? Like, is that something I would carry around? Like a picture of when I was like before
You
the
should
boat?
really invest in that. You really should.
Look at me in my youth.
Look
This
at
was
me
me.
in my youth. Okay.
Oh, damn.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay, here's what they're going to say. And this is what they're going to do. Good argument. 14. They're not going to be hostile with it, but they will say this to you, Sarthiel. And the last sort of thing that happens. Sarthiel, now is not the time. Alrakar wants them. Eclipse. And he wants that one specifically. Please, if there is any time to trust me, it is now. I will not ask again.
Wait, what?
They're casting Dimension Door. They are grabbing you, Sarthiel, and they're getting ready to bamf out of here. Are you willing?
I'm counterspelling
No.
the fuck out of
Hold
that.
on. I was gonna say. All right, never mind.
Good.
Okay.
Pyre.
It depends. It depends on Sarthiel's demeanor at this point.
Yeah.
So, for a second, okay.
Okay.
Let's recap him for my sake.
Okay,
He
fair enough.
specifically was addressing that Raukar is after me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he's getting the Dimension Door is getting counterspelled. Like, and this took a whole new change.
Cool.
Like, Pyre's like, excuse me?
Cool, guess what? He's gonna counterspell you.
I knew it.
Can I
Okay,
cast silence
fine.
on the area?
No,
Well,
I was about
well,
to say that I'll counterspell his counterspell.
Counterspell.
how do you like them apples?
Wizard battle! Wizards!
Okay,
Shit.
so reaction.
Okay, all right, hold on. Okay, so
I don't have my-
I would
Can you
say this.
counterspell a
Yes.
if you're already casting a spell?
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. Because it's a
Okay.
reaction
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff. And we've always sort of had played by those
Fine.
rules.
I was just asking. I didn't know. I was
So
trying to
question.
find out.
Counterspell. What is the range on it, Ulf? You might actually, because this is towards the tail end, you might actually be coming in range of to actually be able to use it if you do have counterspell.
60 feet.
60 feet, I would say. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would, unless I'm absolutely crazy. So you'd be
So
around.
I only have
over here,
one
but-
question. I only have one question.
Yeah, you're in range.
What is Sarthiel's demeanor as all of this is going on? I understand that Pyre is counterspelling a spell that he's doing, but what is Sarthiel's demeanor? It will change whether or not I use this or not.
Very confused, not willing.
Also,
Not willing?
I will say this because Ulf, none of you guys hear this conversation. At most, all you see is they're talking. Bragos is trying to drag Sarthiel.
Yeah, the only reason that I'm doing this is because I don't know what spell this dude is casting. I'm specifically looking at Sarthiel.
Gotcha.
And if Sarthiel is pulling away.
Yeah, and just gonna ask confused. Are you working with Ral Rakar?
Asking this to Kragos?
Yeah.
They'll first things first. Let's handle the counterspell situation. Okay, so higher level counterspell are you casting this at?
Hang on, just a second. I'm looking at Portage real quick in case this all this shit hits the fan real quick. Is Portent doesn't fall under the action economy, correct?
No, it's it's just a freebie thingy.
Okay. So I know what's gonna happen if the counterspell fails. I have something prepared since it's reaction, bonus reaction stuff. Well, Dimension Door is 4th level.
Oh, also got to do one thing. Just make sure it's fair. And
so Dimension Door is 4th level. So I would have to, knowing how much energy it is, I would have to cast it at 4th level for a guaranteed cancellation. And because he is addressing me as I'm a major target, I'm gonna make sure it's canceled, knowing the arcana behind it.
Okay, so you're casting it at 4th level then, correct?
Correct.
All right. The counterspell they will try to counterspell your counterspell. I need before that dimension door is cut off. Ulf, you are trying to counterspell theirs. Which level are you counterspelling at? I already have which level they're. I already have which level they're doing. So.
You know what? I may change what I'm actually countering.
What are you doing?
I'm not counterspelling his counterspell. I'm also counterspelling his Dimension Door.
Okay. Okay, I see big brain over here. Big brain. I'm like, wait, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But I'm like, wait, that does make sense.
He's using one Dimension Door and using the other, and the spell that triggered all this is where I'm casting my counterspell.
Okay.
And either way, he can't counterspell my counterspell.
That's fair. Checkmate. Here's what happens. They counterspell your spell at 5th level, Pyre. Your spell is dispelled. Nothing happens. And as you're like, oh shit, it's getting ready to go off, Ulf comes in, flying on in, they counterspell the likes of Kragos. And there's no reason for them to cast at a higher level. That'd be stupid. They look over. What's going on? Why isn't it working? They'll look over and they'll see all of your friends begin to emerge. And as you do, you guys can now move your tokens onto the likes of this scene. They'll immediately go on the defensive, kind of backing up, and they'll look over towards you, Sarthiel, as you begin to ask the question. I'm not working with Ral Rakar. Why would I do that? He is. Or not he is. They are looking for them.
You ever seen the superhero landing where the shield comes up in front of a dude? Sarthiel gets the shield in front of him between those two, and is just blocking to make sure that nothing happens to Sarthiel. It's kind of gathered around Sarthiel.
Sorry, Ben, what were you saying?
I was saying, well, he's also looking for me, showing him the sign again.
I'll look over. I'll look towards every last one of them. at this point, look about as everybody's sort of jumping on in. I'm gonna make one more perception check for the big guys, all that stuff on what's going on. First, we're gonna need to make a couple. All right, 13, 17. All right, N4C, Horn Devil, D20. Oh yeah, he sees. Oh boy, you'll look over. At this point, you'll see his a couple of the imps will look over and say, "Hey, we got something! We got something!" And they'll start sprinting over. What? Oh shit! They'll begin to start rushing over towards you guys. You have several seconds to react, but what are you guys all saying and doing in this time?
The first things first. If we're noticing that they've gone, I'm looking at this new dude, whatever his name is, because Ulf doesn't know, and I'm just be like, "This is your fucking fault."
Do I know his name?
What are you?
Oh, everyone knows it.
What's his name
Starfield told
again?
them.
Sorry, I'm really bad at names. What is it? What? Kragos?
Kragos, yeah.
Kragos? Okay.
All right. They
Also,
are beyond confused. They knew from their perspective. Oh, hold on, I got you, Ben, in 2 seconds. So they knew that, hey, there was supposed to be Sarthiel coming to rescue them. Cool, they're gonna send them a signal. Cool, fantastic. And it was gonna be only Sarthiel, because that's all they know. They didn't mention anything about multiple people. They will look over. Oh, cool, Sarthiel's there. Didn't give me the signal. No, nothing. Oh shit, there's a Jeffling over there. What the fuck?
I get why he did it. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no, I know. So I'm about to I'm explaining the context of how they're going to be acting and reacting from here on out. Then immediately, apparently, Sarthiel's friends with them. Cool, fantastic. All right, they trust Sarthiel, but you know, what the fuck? And then there's multiple other people. Now they're counterspelling his spells when he's trying to leave and get the hell out. Oh, did Discord die? Discord died. Fair enough. They want to cancel my explanation. You know, Discord likes to cancel my explanation. That's all cool, fine and dandy. All right.
You know what that was.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, welcome back.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, Discord likes to cancel my explanations for one reason. But anyways, yada. So eventually they come over here. They try to leave and escape with Sarthiel. They get counterspelled twice, by the way. And they're like, hey, yo. Then someone walks up and says, whatever happens, this is your fucking fault. They are fucking bewildered, man. They don't know what the heck is going on. They don't know what up is down, left is right. They don't know.
I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish this off with one thing, and I'm going to try to make a persuasion check here, because this is all shtick, and it's the one thing that may be able to solve this fucking problem pretty quickly. Yeah, I said whatever happens is your fault. I'm gonna follow that up with, we've been protecting him while you've been gone. I don't know who the hell you are, but one way or another, I'm getting him out of here with the rest of our team. If he says you can come, so be it. And because they can see us, I'm pointing everybody in a general direction with one hand and grabbing the smoking bottle with the other.
Do it.
Make a persuasion check, Ulf.
He's got a choice to make, but either way, we're getting the fuck out of here. And I'm gonna say he better calm his tits, cause
that's a natural 20 for 33.
That's my boy.
Most persuasive man in Voden. Oh man. So look over. If it wasn't for that nat 20, goddamn, that's about beating the 30. Oh my god, yeah. They'll look over. They'll look towards you, and they'll look towards Sarthiel, and they'll say, you have much to explain, but you're right. You're right. We don't have time. They'll look over towards the left and see the Horned Devil is approaching. They're cooperating. What are you guys doing?
So right now, one person has spider walk. Pyre does not have fly. So Ulf is just going to whisper to Yahi, who's standing next to him, to try to grab Pyre.
Mm-hmm.
And even if he can't like fully lift him with this fly, to at least help him up. And I'm
okay.
going to take a risk.
Oh. Sensei, question: are we still concentrating on fly?
Yes. There's been nothing that has stopped you from doing that.
Also, I am on time, by the way.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh,
on
you gotta
time.
head out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Yahi, can you grab Pyre?
Yep. He will grab Pyre, tell him, bro.
And you said this dude, this big old dude, was emaciated, right? Earlier, like,
Yeah.
He's been tied up for a while, so he may not be like full big fucking buff daddy right now.
Like, they're not like by any means weak. It's more so just like, oh, you haven't been like fed in a while.
It's not the weak thing; it's the how much he weighs thing. Because I'm gonna try to fucking lift this fucker up.
That's a big motherfucker. I don't know why their token is medium, but they are considered large. Yeah, that's a big motherfucker.
All right, well, I'm at least gonna try to help this dude up, but we're trying to get the fuck out real quick without anybody actually seeing us.
Okay. So I'm guessing the plan: I grab Pyre. Sarthiel can climb.
Sarthiel's able to just spider climb and run.
Anth, Graz, Rashid, and the rest are able to fly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Tony and? Oh, they're there. Anyways,
they'd be there. They'd be there.
all right. I would like to make the call. We just grab everyone and fly like as fast as possible towards here. Just get out of the map. Just here.
You got it. Everybody make
Like.
Yeah, if that's the case, everybody just make dexterity checks. This is gonna be just to see how fast you guys are compared to everybody else. As you begin to just look over and you start sprinting and flying as fast as you possibly can.
Inspiration.
Brother.
What the
Inspiration.
Oh, brother.
Wow.
Bro, we. Yeah.
Everyone's ankles broke that day.
We are Sensei. We are flying, and we have a smoke. I would like to make an argument.
An argument for advantage.
It ain't that. It's more so, are you faster than the devils who are used to flying? I didn't mean to make it a saving throw, but good lord. Good lord.
Oh my god.
Rashid is the only one who succeeded.
The only one over 10.
Oh my
Bro, I have
only
a
one over an
+5.
8. An 8. The only one over an 8.
Rashid is just like flying as fast as they possibly. Actually, no, you told them to stay next to you. They told you. Never mind then. They're just sort of flying, and as they're going about, you guys are continuing on over and over and over again. You guys are going to take some attack rolls. So here's what you guys are all going to take. It is going to be from not this.
I'm glad Rashid is the one who's succeeding.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. Rashid takes half damage. Every last one of you guys are gonna take the full damage. As you'll see, as immediately flames begin to start getting hurled towards you left and right. They strike into you, almost setting you ablaze for a moment before the winds begin to eventually disperse all of the flames. All right, first things first, I'm gonna make some attack rolls at every last one of you. We'll see what happens. If you want to cast shield or whatever, then you can, but here's what's happening.
Okay.
26. All right, Sarthiel will take 12 points of fire damage. Fire. 11, it will miss you. Yahato. 25, you will take 9 points of fire damage. Ulf.
Okay.
17, that will miss. Tony. 25, 12 points of fire damage. They're gonna, I don't know what they're concentrating on, so I'm gonna ignore that. Anth. 10, that will miss.
Nice.
Braz. That's 12, that will miss. And then Rashid, he gets hit, but he takes half damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Also, Sensei, do I roll Constitution to see if I'm
Yes.
still concentrating? Okay.
Yes.
I just want to point out I have advantage on that because of.
Oh, don't even matter.
No
You're
need.
good.
No fucking need. Let's go.
Wait, what the?
I have a question. Can we take actions at this time to try and help our escape?
It won't be necessary unless you just want to add to it after the fact. But I'm just saying, like as a DM, it won't be necessary.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's letting us get out. We're just taking attacks as we get the fuck out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Which is fair.
Hold on one second. I'm trying to fucking hit this guy, but reason didn't want. All right, there we go. All right, Mrs. Rashid entirely. Coolio Jones gonna hit Kragos. He's immune to fire damage. Doesn't matter. All right. And I'm missing anybody. Oh, Gravitos. A flame. That's gonna actually hit him unless he has shield. He actually does not have shield, so he will be knocked unconscious from that single blast. But you guys are still carrying him, so that is fine. I can heal him back up later. And besides, he's a skeleton. No, my bad. He doesn't go make death saving throws. He straight up explodes. Tony will have to resummon him later. Yeah. But as this is said and done, eventually you guys all begin to continue on, rushing as fast as you possibly can towards the end. You guys can please drag your tokens over here. That would be appreciated.
You got it. Get the fuck out. Okay.
Okay.
Like.
Ain't gotta tell us twice to get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And as this is sort of said and done, you guys rush over and you continue on for a bit. Seeing or searing past the likes of the flaming bolts, searing past the likes of the pitchforks being chucked at you. And as you're going. See as
Sooner or later, as like
Hold
the
on.
smoke is trailing behind us, I'm gonna cork it so that it's not.
I got you. But before then, see as individuals are slowing down. Even further. Look over. And you see as this on him here. Oh, I talked to him about it beforehand. You'll see as Kragos begin to look over towards you all. Now or never. They're going to grab the legs of Sarthiel's necklace and push him into the fucking ravine.
Shit,
They're
am I
casting
close enough?
Dimension Door.
Son of a...
They're casting Dimension Door?
They're casting Dimension Door. You see as Sarthiel is beginning to plummet all the way down into the likes of towards the likes of the pit, getting ready to strike into the ground. You see as they have the necklace in hand and they're casting and weaving a spell.
Fuck it.
Okay.
Can I
The-
polymorph this dude?
That is a very bad idea, my friend.
I actually have a different question.
Mm-hmm.
Starthiel has spider walk. If he pushed off, can he not grab a hold of the cliff?
I mean, if he's 5 feet away, he can't grab it, but...
Yeah.
Question, Sensei. Does it look like what we
It's-
can do? Does it have
if
to be a
you-
reaction, or?
If you got a reaction, you can use it now. Other than that, they're casting Dimension Door at a certain level and they're getting the fuck out. So if anybody's doing anything, now's the time.
So it can't like, it has to be a reaction. That's what
Has to be a reaction. This is all within 3 seconds.
Are we far enough? Are we far enough from the other creatures? Like, I know we're still on the battle map, but like, how far are we actually away from the other creatures? Like, are they
This
gonna
is
catch up to us?
actually would be kind of this would be kind of towards the battle map, or still on the battle map a little bit, like exactly kind of where you guys are. They're still rushing after you, they're chasing after you, but you know.
All right, this dude's a bitch, but
If
I'm going for Sarthiel instead.
yeah, I was gonna say if Groz still has fly, she would go after Sarthiel.
All right, you guys are going after Sarthiel. Pyre, anything from you? You're the only other person who can do anything.
I don't want to burn all my spell slots on this.
I just want to point out that no matter what happens, this dude's fucking dead the next time we see him. So if you want him to be an important NPC, just for DM knowledge, just understand this motherfucker's not staying alive very much longer.
I know exactly what I'm doing. Anyways, Pyre, are you casting the spell?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast just standard Dimension Door at 3rd level.
Has to be a reaction. So if you're counterspelling him, that's all I need to know. If you're not, then they're gone.
Yeah, I'd counterspell.
All right, what level?
3rd level.
3rd level, counterspell.
Oh, he's counterspelling the counterspell?
Yep, counterspelling the counterspell. You can. Oh wait, they would have to cast it. They would cast the. Yeah, they're gonna have to roll off for it.
So, here's a stupid question, because I've been wondering that. Since Dimension Door is a 4th level spell and Counterspell is a 3rd level spell, are we saying that reaction spells don't go against that?
Reaction spells. We're saying reaction spells don't go against.
Yeah, because I'm being a rules lawyer because I'm just curious, because I can do more stuff if that's how we're ruling it. Are we ruling that we can cast more than one level spell?
The only spell that you can cast are like in the same turn is reaction spells.
Okay.
So like Hellish Rebuke, you absorb elements, blah blah blah, shield,
Gotcha.
yada yada yada.
There's nothing much I can do about it, so he's gonna basically get away.
All right. As this is said and done, oh wait, no, it doesn't matter because if you cast it at 3rd level, then yeah, he doesn't have to roll for it. You'll see as begins to look over towards you all, and as he does so for a brief moment, you see his eyes begin to flicker with an astral light. Ralvarkar sends his regards.
Fuck this guy.
Necklace in hand, and he's gone. As you begin to do so, Graz, you begin to rush over to try to fly and pick up Sarthiel. Able to catch them. But regardless, there's no time to act, as the demons and devils are approaching ever closer. The river sticks up ahead. As you guys look over, only one thing that you can do. But
we line.
As you guys do, as where we'll have to end today's session. I already talked to Bimroth about it beforehand yesterday. They already understood anyways. So if you're more so asking as a player and all that sort of stuff.
So just to recap what just happened, Kragos basically just said Ralvarkar sends his regards. So that means that he's in cahoots with him?
Yes, sir.
We just saved his ass.
Yes, sir.
Or it was
We're gonna have to Dre Axel the shit out of him.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
No. I'm in wrath. I'm in hell, bro. I'm ready to cut this motherfucker's head off.
Okay.
So basically, if you wouldn't have counterspelled his the Dimension Door earlier, and assuming Sarthiel would have actually went with him instead of been unwilling, then what would have happened is he would have dragged them to here, embraced them, took their necklace, and kicked them into the fucking lava pit to die.
Damn.
So we took extra damage. We took extra damage and lost spell slots to have the same outcome.
We did it in the spirit of team bonding.
Well, you didn't also let Sarthiel fall into lava.
Yeah, we didn't lose a player character.
Yeah.
Well, and we also, to be honest, we were assuming he was a good guy.
Yeah.
So
Also,
it was gonna happen either way.
I hate doing you guys already know, especially like DMs and all that stuff. I hate sort of not allowing agency for certain things, but this is kind of why I wanted Bimroth to be here for this,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was kind of the issue I was talking about yesterday, and all that sort of thing. If you understand what I was talking about now.
Yeah.
But
When
yeah,
I
typically
saw that
don't do that. Like I steer far away, but we already kind of talked about it a little bit beforehand. So.
Cool. We can talk after streams out.
But I gotta get going and all that stuff, so I will be able to stay for a couple minutes, but then I gotta start prepping for Streampalooza. So let me break down stream and we'll handle all that.
Thank you, Sensei.
See ya.
Yep. Also, yeah. We're all good. Where is this thing? There we go. Thank you everyone who was able to tune into the likes of the stream. You guys are fantastic and awesome as usual. We're going to be prepping for the likes of Streampalooza, and it's going to be live at about 4 p.m. Eastern time. Be sure to check that out. It's going to be sick as we are celebrating the likes of 1K subscribers over on YouTube. Be sure to actually go sub to the YouTube channel and more. We're not going to raid into anybody today. We're going to just keep on going. But thank you guys again for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys later on. All right, bye guys. Have a good one.